Today's A Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan podcast is brought to you by
At Home Floor Store. Why'd you say it like that?
Because we just played your brand new country western song.
Oh, yeah.
Plainclothes.
I got to talk to you about that on the show.
Yeah,
That makes me look a little creepy.
Well, hey, be careful what you share.
At HomeFloorStore.com. If you're looking for flooring, Daniel and I got our entire house redone by At Home Floor Store. Daniel got that luxury vinyl plank.
I needed it. You were clowning my apartment carpet that had little dog pee-pee all over it.
Yeah.
I had the highest concentration of little dog pee-pee. My carpets were just bright little dog vitamin yellow.
Yep.
And At Home came in with the luxury vinyl planking. They also kept the soft spaces in our bedrooms. I kept a really nice high-quality carpet in there.
Yeah.
I know you had to one-up me and get one pile higher than my carpet.
My carpet's soft.
Tom's carpet, like legitimately in the boys' playroom. I had to lay on it.
Super pile.
It's like a mattress. Yeah, it's super pile.
That's my wrestling name, by the way. Also, that luxury vinyl plank, they can lay over your existing flooring.
It's exactly what they did in my house. It speeds it up. It makes it cleaner. Yeah. And, it's just an easier process.
And I got that basically tile that looks like wood plank. It's great. We love it. Super durable.
It looks amazing.
It'll last forever. And they save you money because they don't have a giant showroom that they have to spend money on that showroom and all that expenses.
Yeah. Justin and all of his guys will bring it to you.
Yep. In their at-home floor store van. Yep. They'll leave you samples so you could put on your floor and walk by for that week.
Again, and I think people like this. I know I like this, but I'll say this. We did a lot of email, and I love that. Like, oh, I've got this in a different shade. Here's a picture. It was a lot of like at my convenience via email, and then I really think we only met with Justin maybe twice, and then the installers, and that was it.
Oh, their installers are great. If you're looking for flooring, at HomeFloorStore.com.
Live from the Streamline Mortgage Solutions studio, it's Orlando's own Tom and Dan. Whoopee!
Me and the boys, we like them chicken wings, and we like beer.
I liked beer. I still like beer.
A little football on the Vizio, a friendly waitress's ear. Maybe I'm crazy, 'cause I like what they don't. I snap secret pictures with my cellular phone. I like them better with their plain clothes on. The only thing currently moving my dog. Little orange shorts just don't cut it for me. I've watched a little too much pornography. I like them wearing those baggy sweats, walking to the beat-up car with real regret. She hopes that she won't have to work here too long. I like them better with their plain clothes on. She tells the table she'll be clocking out soon. I know what that means. Pretty soon she'll be real comfortable wearing high-waisted jeans. I'm so excited, I think I'm in love. She's my Uggs boot angel, sent from above. I like them better with her plain clothes on. The only thing that's currently moving my dog. Thick shiny stockings peeking out of her sweats. A big cartoon heart that she drew on my chair. I walk them with her makeup off, leaving work early with a possible COVID cough. The manager knows that she won't be here too long. I like them better with their plain clothes on. Oh, girl, I like them better with their plain clothes on. Plain clothes.
Hello. This is your Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan program. We hope that you will find our presentation precise, joke heavy, and just right. Thanks.
Welcome to the Friday free show of A Mediocre Time.
It's Titty Friday.
That is funny, dude. That
you.
song is funny.
Well, you did it. It's your song. I had nothing to do with it. Who knew that you were such a
crooner,
a 70s country crooner? That song is dedicated to Christine in the chat room.
It's impressive.
From Tom Van. It's called Plain Clothes. You can get it on his brand new album, The Best of Tom Van, the 80s. You can only find that at Camelot.
It's funny watching, impressive and funny watching Daniel write these.
It's embarrassing.
Because I walk in, and then I hear the music playing back and forth, and then I'm like, oh, he's doing something.
Oh, he's in there. He's song jacking.
It's crazy how fast you could do that, too. I guess over 30 years of goof songs.
Well, it's not. Yeah, you're right. This one actually came out really good. I'm actually surprised at how well. And I did a little bit of backing vocals. I didn't get to do as many as I wanted to because the original song has like 4-part harmony and stuff. But anyway, yeah, it's good. Thank you. I appreciate it, and I hope you guys enjoy. And if you want that song, we will try to put it out for free somewhere where you can snag it because it is a cover of a song, but you'll have to dig to try and find out what it is.
Samantha's here, Butler's here, and Seth Petrozelli is here.
Hi.
How's everybody doing?
We are doing good. How are you, sir?
Good.
It's a fun Friday.
Yes.
Yeah. Butler
had a lot of fun this morning.
Butler already mixed me a way too strong craft cocktail.
Yeah,
Gotta get loose.
Dude, you have found your calling.
Bartender.
Yeah. You should be sales/bartender T&D Media.
Yeah, you could 100. No, but it makes me like you more. You're
drunk.
Like I'm happy. I'm like, this is a fucking great. Every time I sit down in my chair, I'm all stressed out. He brings me a highball, like a craft highball.
Dude, Butler was meant to be a bartender at like an upscale
like
hotel.
a Del Frisco's or something.
Yeah, hotel bar.
Yeah, Christner's. Yeah, sorry.
Like a speakeasy, right?
Not very upscale, but my next party I'll hire you for being a bartender. Because I always have bartender in my house.
Yeah, but usually hire like midgets and stuff. Right?
Yeah, well, midget, slow person.
He'll dress up like a stormtrooper for you.
We went way high, now way low. Stormtrooper bartender.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah. With no pants, though, just the top.
All right.
now we're talking. I shouldn't have had our sponsor on the line.
No, you shouldn't have.
Why did I do that?
Oh, what line?
Yeah.
Line 1, Shane.
Line 1, which is really line 3.
Shane, are you there?
Yeah.
So, okay, this is cool because this has been a thing we've all been working on for the past couple months, and it all started when we had Danger Brand reach out to me and they're like, hey, I'm doing some branding for this plant company.
He showed us some pictures on it. That looks amazing, man.
Gabriella Plants. You should have him on your show. You like plants, whatever. So, and he's like, he's a BDM.
I like plants.
yeah. And so I started talking to Shane, owner of Gabriella Plants, and then I was like, man, for sure you should advertise. Like, we have a growers and showers group, and I'm into plants. And then when I learned more about the story, and we started talking, and then we came up with an idea for a promotion.
You know, even before that, I ordered a plant for my wife. Remember? And it came, and it had the way you get it, and the unboxing of it.
It's insane how well they can pack it.
Blank and cool, man.
So,
really, really cool.
So, Shane, real quick, thanks for becoming a T&D partner. We appreciate it. We're excited about the partnership and excited to announce what we're going to be doing with Gabriella Plants. But real quick, your backstory is awesome, and we're going to have you in for chatting with the Masters or a Weird Job Wednesday just to tell it, a little bit longer. But how did Gabriella Plants start?
Yeah, well, thanks for having me on. I'm a third-generation grower, so my grandpa moved to Central Florida in the 70s and bought some land, primarily focused on the retail end of things, and he was really had a retail shop close by and set up some greenhouses in the backyard to kind of grow a few things for that. And before you knew it, my dad went off to college to study plants because he got infected with the same spirit of just loving plants that much. And he operated the business as wholesale my entire life. When he kind of moved on and had a new job opportunity, I took over the family business at the age of 23 and ran it the way that my dad had wholesale. And then because of kind of the plant market and how it's been the last couple of years, we started selling direct to consumers online. And now that makes up all of our business, and we ship over 100,000 plants through the Postal Service to every state in the United States.
God.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they're crazy. Well, I mean, you got some normos, as Tom would call them, but there's some crazy, really cool, amazing-looking plants on there. You got to check out the site. It's really, really impressive.
They've got some one-off stuff that they had propagated and, like, genetic anomalies that they've, stuff you can only get at
I'm not even into
Gabriella,
plants as much as you are, but I got to tell you something I really love that you guys do is the list that I get. I love the list. Like, I'll get the update.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be like, it'll be like, boom, this is what we got today. Wah! It's like right to my email. I love it.
And they go fast, too.
So, and you can use, if you go to GabriellaPlants.com, you click on, if you go to TomandDan.com, it's on the front page.
Yeah, it's on the front page.
Use the promo code Tom and Dan for 15% off your order. It's great. They get shipped to you. I got them on Stair the other day. Samantha got one. Butler got one. The shipping is great. It tells you who,
super personalized, yeah.
The plant information that comes with it, telling you who took care of the plant, what staff member.
It's like you're adopting a baby.
Yeah, who packed it? It does have a Babyland General vibe to it.
Like a cabbage.
And that's been a big passion of mine because I feel like that's how you get growers. In my perspective, I watched my dad and the entire market. People think that COVID was the cause of kind of the price increase and the problems. This is all because of hurricanes and the fact that growers, on the average, are aged 50. It came down to 57. It was 63 when I took over the business. So we need the next generation of growers, and the way to motivate growers and to take pride in what they do in growing the plants that we do is our Every Plant Story technology, which we built as a way to be able to tell every plant story, because as being a smaller grower like that, a mom-and-pop business, I think that's a way we will always stand out from something you can get at a Lowe's or a Home Depot or the big box stores.
Yeah, no, 100%. It's brilliant, and Shane does an awesome job. And I went and toured his nursery.
Did you geek out?
And his store in Oviedo. He's got a store in Oviedo. I walked in, and I'm like, oh my God, I was mad when we went and toured the plant nursery because I wanted to walk around your store because it's beautiful, and you got a million plants in there. And by the way, if you go by the store, I just mentioned Tom and Dan for the 15% off in store too.
Indeed.
So another thing that we're doing with Gabriella that we're super excited about
this is the jam right here.
Basically, we want to reward anybody who uses our sponsors because honestly, every single one that gets a new roof or gets flooring or gets a new mortgage or refis or a house, car. When you use our sponsors, everyone makes a difference. You email us and we send it to them. They're happy. They're like, oh, our advertising's working. Like, we're a small business just like most of the sponsors we work with, and so it's important to us. And honestly, it's the BDMs that keep us in business.
It props it up for sure.
It helps them grow.
So we
there you go.
Yeah. A while back, Daniel and we started saying, hey, email us if you use our sponsor, we'll send you a gift. And then we've been doing that with overwhelming success.
It really is the most simple thing you could do, and I don't see really anybody else doing it. And we started doing it, and then it started working, and we're like, oh, God, we got to make this bigger and better.
We were sending more and more gifts, and
stickers, magnets,
Erica's running out of stuff.
Yeah.
Like, Erica's like, then so when I started talking with Shane, I was like, man, it would be awesome if that gift was a plant. Like a thank you plant for using our sponsors. And I'm like, that would be cool because
we've been talking about it. Plants are good. Like, we're all kind of into it. My wife and I are now collecting plants. Everybody on the show's into plants.
And then it's like, and I honestly, I thought, like, if you got a thank you plant from Tom and Dan and Gabriella, not only would you start using Gabriella more, you see how you get the experience of how it works, but also you think about us and like, hey, I want to, they're awesome to send me a thank you plant. And I see it every day. If it, and it
it's
grows.
Living. It's, there's an energy there that's like, I hate to like sound like that guy because I'm not that guy, but there is an energy exchange there that's very cool.
And so as of today, it's on TomandDan.com. Now we had to, I've never heard of this being done before, and I could be making a giant mistake. I'll be honest with everybody.
Well, you have spinach in your teeth, so.
I'm still there?
Yeah, oh my God. Yeah, it's huge, too. I honestly thought you had a Gabriella plant in your teeth. It was so
Which one, the front?
Yeah, right in the front.
All of them.
Yeah, it looks like you're missing a tooth. It's so bad.
God damn it. Sorry, Shane. So
you're doing good.
Anyway,
good job. Keep rolling.
Back to me making possible mistakes. I started freaking. What? I started freaking out because
you did have a freak out.
I was like, this. Back
to me.
I don't know if we're going to get overwhelmed and I don't know. Anyways.
Just give it a shot, man.
I'm giving it a shot.
Give it a chance to fail, right?
So we figured out if you used one of our sponsors and spent over $159 in the calendar year of 2021, you could fill out the form on the front of TomandDan.com and you will receive a free
premium plant,
Gabriella plant, mailed to you for using our sponsors as a thank you from us.
From their loving nursery straight to you.
And so that's
from our greenhouse to your house.
There it is. I love it.
That starts today. You can go on TomandDan.com.
You know what? It does feel like a mistake right now.
It is, and I will say we're gonna. It's limited to how many we can do, but we're gonna get them out there. We'll get you on the list.
Yeah, come on.
And
we're just trying to make things better for you. Help another sponsor that we have, and it's super fun, man. I thought this was one of the coolest ideas that you guys have ever come up with. I just absolutely love it, and I'm a big believer in the product too. These plants are unreal.
Yeah,
the website's unreal.
So Shane, anyway, I appreciate you partnering with us.
Thank you so much, man.
We're excited about the partnership, and I'll be by the store sometime soon to start picking out some plants. I was about to say fruit plants, but I was going to
wait. Are you saying I'll be by to get my plants? That sounded a little aggro, man. Why didn't you ask? Can I come by and get some plants? That sounds better.
Shane, thanks so much. And anything else you want to tell the listeners?
No, just thank you guys for the opportunity. It was fun to kind of witness Tom's freak out because, he was like, okay, well, maybe 30 plants, maybe 50 plants, well, I don't really know. And, then I kind of was able to just tell him, like, well, at this point, we're shipping about 500 a day, so I think we'll be able to accommodate whatever the
I like that. You big planted it. You're like, I got this covered.
Well, and
show you how we grow.
Context, I would have had a BDM membership that was like from week 3 or 4 of being able to get one, but at one point I was a true BDM and had it canceled for insufficient fund fees, and now look at me now. So
wow. Oh, if there was one thing you could have said to make people want to use your plants, you just nailed it. Yeah, because everybody can relate to that, and then and doing bad and then doing good. Hey, man, I'm
cool
stoked.
Story.
This is gonna be awesome. Well, thank you so much, man.
Yeah, of course. Have a good show, guys.
All right. Take it easy, man.
I've never heard you say man.
Nah, no.
You freaked me out, bro.
That picture you posted in the BDM group with Shane is very awkward.
Why?
You look like you're forcing your hand on him.
Are you in love with him? You're freaking out around.
It's creepy, bro.
You love this man, don't you?
No.
He loves a plant man.
You admire him, though, a little bit.
He
intimidates you a little bit.
He's a better businessman. He started explaining how he runs his business, the technology.
Wait a minute.
I thought like, oh my God, there's a lot of employees. They're all happy. I'm like, oh, my employees are miserable.
Yeah, they're mad. and then you wrote out
me.
happy, and I forget. Let me ask you a serious question here. When you went and toured, you saw a lot of stuff you want, huh?
Oh yeah. I saw the.
Is he the real plant daddy?
Well,
because you've been calling yourself plant daddy.
He's got a botanist that is his like plant scientist that works there, and he's back there, and he's got.
He literally defined botanist, plant scientist.
You got a robotanist? They got a bunch of robotanists over there planting plants.
So Seth, why were you uncontrollably laughing during our entire goddamn sponsor interview?
The whole chat room guessed it, and I kept going to the camera every time that our sponsor said the Pee-wee's word of the day, which was grower.
Oh, by the way, The way he said it at first.
Baby.
No, the way he said it at first. And then it just, me and Butler caught each other's eye, and we had the same exact vibe going. And
I'm going to have to put
it's like when you're in a classroom and when
you seven two stone
laughing at the teacher.
I tried to sit him out and he was laughing so hard he was shaking the couch.
Oh, he's a beefy man. He's dense.
My core shakes.
He's very dense.
I was looking at the floor, I was looking at the ceiling, I was looking
Look at the wall. Look at the wall.
And then I put the camera on them, and then they look away like a dog that doesn't want to look.
I didn't want to get in trouble. I didn't want to get you guys. I felt bad.
How dogs do that?
Get in trouble. You're not
I don't know. I was picturing him be like, my fucking sponsor.
I kept putting you guys on the camera, and then you guys would look at me like Caesar and Maggie when they do something, when they shit on the carpet, and I look at them. I'll look them in the eyes, and they're like, they can't look me there. They know.
Yeah, they know.
Dog, that's a thing.
How did they know?
Well, I looked it up one time. It has something to do with they can recognize our facial features and but I don't know how they remember it. Yeah. But they'll look at me and I'll look at them. Did you? They look, I didn't fucking do nothing.
So
oh my God.
Right before the show started, when we were playing,
it still feels like a mistake.
Our classic way out.
It's just going to spiral out of plant control. I feel like.
I do have to mention in the chat that the True Leave promotions.
They got their own.
They have their own free gifts. So it is excluded.
And also, we need proof of receipt.
I know we make this complicated.
The fireworks. Right, then I was like, no one keeps our receipt from the fireworks.
You heard it. You still like your fireworks.
I was like, we can't do that, Mitty. Anyway, so
the company's going to go broke.
This will probably be.
What are we doing?
Some of these ideas, they're probably not good.
Well, that one I put my full support behind, and now I feel bad. And you still have spinach in your teeth.
Where is it?
Go to the mirror.
Where is it?
Get your phone. Turn the camera on your phone.
I'm afraid you're gonna.
Now he's just scratching his teeth.
Yeah, I'm afraid you're gonna floss. You go to floss, and then your teeth fall out. It's just spinach in there.
Oh, now it's just blood.
When we were playing the barbershop quartet that we usually play, the old men singing, that's famous here.
The
on the
Sea Breeze. Show some respect, please. The Sea Breeze Quartet.
Mm-hmm.
You mentioned something I've never heard, that your dad used to be in a barbershop quartet.
Yeah.
And so tell us about that, because you've yet to mention this.
I don't know, because I didn't think it was that big of a deal. It was a scar in my middle school years. It was literally 6th, 7th, and 8th grade for all 3 years, driving to St. Mike back home. It's like a 30-minute drive. They shipped me to a private school. My dad had to drive me because I was a bad kid in elementary school, so they wanted to send me to a private school to try to shape up. Anyway,
and your dad
was
a
bad kid at elementary school.
I wasn't.
What were you doing?
I don't know. I got like just bad things. Like I'd fuck with girls.
Shitting in Gatorade bottles.
I'd I don't know. I'd find dead. I'd like dead lizards and dead bugs outside and put it on girls' desks and shit like that.
Okay,
just like fucked up shit.
Sociopath.
It's kind of classic.
Yeah. I mean, just like I'd speak
you
out.
Do like classic bully shit from cartoons.
Yeah, I'd pull kids' chairs out and then
you're like.
I always got 4 check marks every day. 4 check marks by my name every day.
You're like Roger from Doug.
And I didn't do good in like school. My grades were not good.
None of this is surprising.
Yeah.
Weren't you a big kid?
Yeah, I got
you were
called
Chungus?
Pudge Ball. Pudge Ball was my name.
So were you the
Seth Pudge Baller?
So hold on, were you the bully or were you getting bullied?
No, I was getting bullied, but I also took it out on other.
You became a bully.
No, yeah. Well,
so the bullies made you. And you're like,
I get later in high school.
You made me into the best bully.
It made me in high school, yeah. But in elementary school, I got picked on. But then I just acted out because of that. I guess you could say.
Yeah, so lizards,
anybody. Just like like clowning around,
bugs and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Pulling people's pigtails and stuff like that.
So that was middle school.
Your dad spent a bunch of money sending you to a private school for didn't do anything.
And I got almost kicked out. And I was kicked out of there a few times.
And the only thing that he had going for him that really was able to cool his anxiety about you and his stress was his barbershop quartet, right?
Yeah. Well,
what was the name of his quartet?
Oh God, Wild Irish Roses or something.
Wild Irish
Roses. Something crazy.
Tequila, isn't
and then
it?
they do that move where they walk in and they go.
Yeah.
Oh, Camilla, won't you take me back? Won't you take me back?
Hold on, was your dad like a real man?
Yeah, but he was in a band to begin, a rock and roll band. But then he liked harmonizing.
I'm sick of this rock and roll stuff. I'm going to do something cooler. Where's my peppermint jacket?
So every ride to and from school was a 30-minute ride. He'd blast barbershop quartet music and try to harmonize with it the whole ride.
Nothing makes a fat kid more fucked up than listening to barbershop quartet. It's
whole
just,
friggin', it was
no
awful.
wonder you're a psychopath.
Yeah, well, and then one year,
Right? Can't you envision he's picked on at school, and then he's like, all day he's picked on at school as a fat kid. They're picking on him. He's acting out with the lizards and bugs. He gets in this car, and his dad goes, "Oh, come in, love," and he's like, it's like the creation of a supervillain or something.
Yeah, I guess. But yeah,
I'm your shrink, I think now.
And so, when did you order this for your girlfriend?
So he did it. He was like getting into it really a lot during my middle school years, a few years, and then once I hit high school,
got a brand new styrofoam hat.
He started like
with an American flag around it,
doing gigs, like touring with it, and like doing things along with his other rock.
Going on the road with the boys.
So one year, this was my senior year, I started dating a really hot, like I not peaked, but I was like
the hottest girl you've ever dated.
Yeah, she was a cheerleader.
Yeah,
she was really hot. Like
hotter than your current girlfriend.
I went from like freshman, sophomore year to college.
It's about the same age. It's like 3 years ago. Seth's telling a story where when people wore Jinkos and his girlfriend's now only 3 years older than that. Sorry. Yeah.
So I one Valentine's Day, my dad said, "Oh, we're selling Valentines." They people order them. They walk house to house, whoever orders them.
Right?
Singing telegram.
What was her name? First name?
My girl, Amanda.
Amanda.
Yeah.
So I thought you hated what your dad did.
I did, but then I was trying to think outside about like what can I do?
He's a cheapo. You get a dad for free.
What
the hell? Do the side math.
I used my dad back then.
Thank you, Samantha.
Your dad has done everything.
You're right. That's 100%.
Your dad has made sure your basement didn't flood, and your dad has sung for your girlfriend.
You hated it. You didn't even like it, but it was free. So you're like, I shall get the barbershop quartet.
So she sat there. I remember opening the door, and when they're dressed for this Valentine's Day, they have like red blush on their face. They look like mannequins. So, like creepy ass fucking not mannequins, ventriloquist dummies.
Okay.
Marionettes.
They have that little styrofoam hat with the band
around it.
Yeah, like the great cat, like the hat I wore to your party, Sam. You know the hat I had? That was a barbershop. I bought a real one though.
Dressed just like that, and they're all standing there looking like.
Are you Amanda?
How much would you normally? What does this thing normally cost? Like $100?
What did they sing?
They sung the reason they were called, I think, the Wild Irish Rose, because there's a song called "My Wild Irish Rose, the sweetest rose I know," and then it keeps going. And they sung that to her. It's called "My Wild Irish Rose." That's the name of the song.
"Kiss from a Rose" by Seal.
No. So, but they're all
Were you just standing there with your arms crossed?
We open the door, and she's so fucking confused. And
Is that your dad?
Imagine a hot cheerleader.
Oh, this Wild Irish.
I'll tell you in a sec because I know it.
Yeah, this is it. I know the song he's talking about.
If you listen, I sing you a sweet little song of a flower that's now drooped and
Fucking cheerleaders just standing at the door.
She's standing there like,
why is
she just slowly shuts the door?
I'll see you. And she's just
there's a bunch of harmonizing parts there.
So, your dad's singing the song with a bunch of other barbershop quartet.
Yeah.
And then you're standing there. She's standing at the door.
Well, they brought her.
I found it.
Did they go inside the door or they do it on the porch?
No, they do it on the porch. That's it. This is it. Oh my God. The sweetest rose that grows.
How many times did you have to listen to this?
Oh, so many times.
Seth is getting a boner. He's really fucked up.
God.
Oh, man.
You're so fucked up that this barbershop quartet is making you think about a high school girl.
I remember him doing that part. I remember one time. My dad driving.
give as to name yourself the most famous song.
Yeah, I know. My dad, one time, he got it so good, he's like, oh, I got it so good now, I can make up words. Check this out. And he starts singing, and he goes, my wild Irish fart, the sweetest fart. He just starts singing.
Oh, my God. That's your dad. Confirmed. That's your dad. Confirmed.
So I was like, shut up, Dad.
That shit is genetic. 100% genetic. Anyway.
So a month later, we went to college, and she cheated on me with a pilot.
Okay, so this is my question. So
sorry, man.
So when that's the dead honest truth.
You're standing there
terrible.
at your team.
Yeah. I was banging on the door. Yeah. Ah, she's in there with the guy. She's in there. Oh yeah. I called her. She's in there silent. Both their cars are there. Like I dropped her off. She's like, it's just a fan more. So I pull up at night when she was supposed to call me, never call me. Her phone's going right to voicemail. I pull up to her apartment. This is right when we went to college at USF. And
you were an Osprey. No, wait, no.
Bull.
Bull.
Oh,
yeah. UNF in the office.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So when I dropped her off, I saw him and I saw the car that he had. It was a truck or something.
You knew the guy?
No, I don't know. I have no idea who he is. But then when I pulled up at night, because she wasn't answering, it was her car, his car there, and there was like a light on inside the apartment. So I was like, oh, it's my fault. What's going on?
I like the
stalking.
Every time you bang on the door, instead of just going, I know you're in there, you should go, gung, gung, gung. I know you're in there.
That'll make
now
her.
This would never happen. I'm too jaded.
That'll make her love you.
But back then, I was
You've never banged on a door?
No.
You've never been cheated on, have you?
No,
it sucks.
But I've only had one girlfriend.
Sucks, dude.
She said it was,
and it's Crystal, which
I
is
did
really the only.
I did cheat on her first. That's how she found out.
What the fuck?
Well, it wasn't really a cheat. I just sucked on a boobie.
She just sucked on a pilot.
It was one night at a club. I was with some friends, and I made out with a girl. Literally in the club, I sucked on a boobie at 18 years old. I was in the club, not knowing. I was like, this is amazing. And then my friends told her, and I guess that's why.
Wow, your friends are shitty.
I think.
And then when I found out that he told her, this gets in debt.
He was trying to fuck her. That's why he told her.
When I found out that he's the one that told her, like it was like months later, I called him. He was in the hospital that night because he ran over a fucking dude with a motorcycle, killed the guy on the motorcycle. I knew that. I still called him.
We didn't want to go this deep.
Yeah. I think that's called hit, not run over. It's hard to run over.
I still called him and I was bitching at him while he was in the hospital. He's like, "You're talking to me now. I just killed him." He starts crying. I'm like, "Fuck you, dude. Fuck you." Oh, I started yelling at him for it. Like,
dude, you got to get a shrink.
Oh, it was bad.
You got to
get a shrink. I'm your friend. And you need one.
You
got a lot to unpack. You got a lot to unpack.
I didn't kill the guy. My friend.
You told my girlfriend I sucked her girl. I killed him.
That's exactly kind of what happened. His sister called me back and was like, "How dare you call my brother when he just got in an accident and killed somebody?"
And everybody knows you sucked that titty. And we're telling.
I did.
Everybody.
We're telling Amanda.
Whatever.
God damn it.
She's married with kids now.
I told you, dude. We needed a story, and there we go.
Yeah.
No. Okay. That
got another one?
That wasn't my story that I was going to tell.
I wrote
Okay, tell the story.
Well, dump them out. I wrote it. Okay, you can tell. Okay, just go.
Let's just roll through the Seth story.
Yeah,
I mean, like, it feels natural, right? It feels good.
I'm sitting back. I'm drinking my...
our delicious cocktail.
Yeah, my Cooper's Mark. Let's talk about that real quick.
Yeah, what'd you make?
So
this Cooper's Mark. It's finished off with a little bit of Grand Marnier, and it's just some cranberry juice, finished off with a little bit of a muddled orange at the bottom, and it made this nice cocktail. Yeah, so it's Cooper's Mark's bourbon. It's not their flavor, their apple, their peach. It's just their traditional bourbon with this.
It's good.
And if you
get
send
this at any ABC store.
Yeah, and if you send us...
Yeah, who sent us the recipe this time?
So this was Drew from Kalamazoo.
All right.
All right. It's called what? Cranberry sauce or something?
Yeah, it's just going to be a cranberry sauce.
So just send us a recipe.
It is good.
We'll send you an ABC gift card in the mail, and that's as simple as that.
Yep.
I like cocktails, and maybe all cocktails are meant to be this way, but I like cocktails that you like. It's becoming my new favorite thing for editing here.
Yeah,
because you don't like beers. You kind of pound them down, but a cocktail you just you can add a little more ice and just kind of let it water a little bit. And you can get all different flavors. This one's really good, man. Well done.
So Seth, Now, you did to ask me right before the show starts, hey, can I tell that story? I don't know if it's a statute of limitations.
Well, you asked me first.
And then
you asked me first to think of a story.
I need to know.
And immediately my head got flooded
about
with
this off
and
air.
I should have been looped in on this, I feel like.
Well,
I didn't even text you. I didn't even read what the story was about.
Yes.
Now I'm nervous as fuck now.
No, it's not anything.
It's piquing my anxiety.
I don't think it's bad.
It's not our statute of limitations. So,
well, I didn't technically do it either. I just talked somebody into doing it, and I was with the message.
That's an accomplice, sir. I don't know if...
Oh.
So, what?
You know what? Go ahead, indict yourself.
It's not us, right?
Dude, you can say anything on a show because no one ever is like, is that real?
Yeah,
I did this my entire
but if
career.
they start vetting it, that's when you have a problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
We're listening.
Well, this was back. This is a long time.
Sam's
This
whiskey
is when I was
kicked
in high. This is like when I was in high school. We just started driving in high school.
Okay.
I'm not going to say who I was with. I'm not going to say
You
where
ran
I was.
over a man and killed him.
No.
There's no limitations on
It's
murder.
really not that serious. No, it's So I'm with my friend who I'm best friends with in high school. This is the guy I used to go to buffets with, eat until he threw.
Buffet Johnny.
Eat until he. Well, it was my best friend. That's all we used to do. And we were like, what do you want to do? Like, go to a buffet. Go to a buffet. All right, we used to go to a buffet.
My God.
Eat until he threw up, and then ate some more. Like it was a bad.
What'd you weigh in high school?
I was 240-ish.
I need to see fat.
But
Seth.
he was 400-ish. So
Do you have some pictures of high school pictures of yourself?
We gotta see Chungus.
Man,
Because I've only seen you in good shape.
I went to a place like this, like a buffet style place, a couple of weekends ago, and I really enjoyed it. But I just ate normal. But there were other people there. There was one guy there who was the biggest human being I've ever seen. And he was sitting at the booth by himself, and it really affected my dinner. You know what I mean? Like it bummed me out.
Yeah, you're like, you should not be doing
it
this.
hit a point where I just said like it made me like I felt bad.
It's a guy that's smoking with oxygen in his nose.
Yeah, I was kind of just looking at it, and I'm like, what?
Yeah.
And then I was kind of like, and then Andrea and I talked about it. I was like, well, is he happy? Because like if he knows this is the route he's going and it's too far gone, then I'm fully committed to like, you sit there and you enjoy every
So that's how I
bite.
felt with my friend because he was happy and we're having fun. So I was
Okay,
like, why not?
I support it.
Yeah, okay.
Sorry, didn't mean to hijack.
So
No,
you're with your buffet friend.
With my buffet, and I'm with my steroid jacked friend at the time. Like he was all about,
healthy
like,
influences both.
Yeah. So this guy is absolutely
Steroid Billy and morbidly Johnny.
This is all making sense now.
It really is.
You have all the stories, you put them together, you're like, I see.
Now I know why you hate skipping a week of coming in here, because it's like skipping a week of your therapist. You come in here, you unpack, you leave. I'm walking on sunshine.
kind of. So this guy was at the time he was the one that dealt like sold steroids to everyone. He smoked and dealt.
He sold them.
He was the guy.
I
He was
believe
the guy
that's
to go
called
to.
a drug dealer. I may have the pronunciation wrong on that.
Yeah. So anyway, this guy Jack like always like trying to do like crazy shit because he's like kind of insane from like all the juice that he's doing at that young age. I'm not like that. I'm not like that at this point.
Roy did.
So anyway, we're always driving together. My friend's got this beat up like old. I can't remember. It's like early '80s jalopy. Like it looked like a giant black boat that he used to drive. Piece of shit.
Okay.
It was his first
big
car.
Buick or something.
Big something like I don't even know
Sabre.
what it was. So we always leave out of his house, and we always pass by a few other houses that are like super super nice, really expensive, nice houses. And this one guy, we didn't know him, but he always had like badass cars in his yard and like really nice house. Everything's nice and manicured.
What do you mean, like by?
He was rich.
What do you mean,
He
like
was rich.
Like
He's a rich
badass
guy.
cars? Like what kind of cars?
Just nice,
like Lexus.
nice,
and-
like at the time. Like
Pontiac
like
Trans Am.
a 300 ZX.
Yeah,
those
yeah.
thing back then. Something like nice.
You remember our buddy Keck Jimmy had a 300 ZX?
Oh,
when they
almost crashed it.
Yeah, I know. I was going to tell that story. That's funny.
Hope it
Hey,
wasn't
you know,
us.
we should get a business together. I'm glad you remember that.
So anyway,
Crashed into my garage. You popped the clutch in the old studio's
Well,
driveway.
I didn't realize he left it in first when I started it and then let the clutch
Who
out.
leaves it in first?
Again, don't know how to really drive a stick.
Yeah.
So anyway, we're driving down, and we noticed that one of his new vehicles is parked, like it's in the driveway, but half of it is sticking in the road, like just randomly. I don't know how. Maybe
You need to teach this guy a lesson.
That's exactly what I thought. So
Was he T-boned it?
So I drive by, and my steroid friend and me are like, dude, do you see that? Do you see his car back there? And he's like, yeah.
We gotta do something. This is terrible. Like, why would you think?
And then my steroid buddy was like, dude, he's like, you can get a new car. You can get a new car if you smash this car. thought that
What's the logic? I don't. Hold on.
He thought that he'd smash the car, get insurance money, and be able to afford a new car.
Wow.
What if it's your fault?
Well, because technically, I understand his rationale.
Like he was in the road.
This is Miami time. The car is in the road, so technically, it's like, hey, I just kept on driving. I just kept on driving straight, and that's his fault. The car's in the road. I slammed it down 60 miles an hour.
Exactly her logic. No. He told him to go the speed limit on purpose.
In case they do forensic.
So my buddy's not having it. My steroid friend is like, do it, like squeezing it.
Okay,
like, you gotta go back and do it.
Do it, pussy.
Because he wanted to say,
I want him to yell, Royd yell.
What year is this? This was like 97?
Earlier than that.
Okay.
Anyway.
96.
He's the one that... He was like begging him to do it.
Were you guys listening to Bohemian Rhapsody?
Oh no! I'm going to tell you. I'm going to tell you exactly.
Yeah.
That's kind of the funny part is what we listened to as we made a U-turn, drove all the way down, passed it again, looked at it, like, oh, there it is. Went all the way down about a quarter mile.
Face tonight.
No.
Too late.
We had, it was at the times where
Total Eclipse of the Heart.
You can put in the cassette tapes that had the wire, and you had the CD player.
Yeah. Put it to your disc, man, son.
Fancy.
We had some Aerosmith, and I played fucking Something Wrong with the World Today. Because Eddie Furlong, because Eddie Furlong
wrong with the car.
living on the edge. You can living on the edge.
Thought he was in Rock and Roller Coaster.
You know what?
You can't stop yourself from fun.
We thought it was funny.
You know what's wrong with it? Steroid douchebags crashing into cars.
Yeah. Well, we thought it was funny because at the end of that, Eddie Furlong crashes. He steals a cop car and crashes into the building.
We're Eddie Furlong.
So you swing around, and then the steroid guy is screaming at your fat buddy.
I'm in the back with there's no seatbelt in this fucking jalopy in the back. So I'm like, I'm
driving?
kind of nervous.
Steroid guy's driving?
My fat friend's driving. Steroid guy's in the passenger.
Why did you make the fat fuck?
Because it was his car.
Yeah.
We were doing it for him.
Totally wow, what a reveal.
We're doing it for him.
Yeah, that's what
we're doing it for you, chump.
That's what we said. It's just that I do it.
Yeah, but you didn't realize that the steering wheel is going to impale him.
So you drive the speed. What is the speed limit?
I don't know. It was on a little resident 35.
Okay.
Not
35 to a dead stop.
And
well, it didn't dead stop. We rolled
right through.
Put on Aerosmith's Ragdoll. Ragdoll, living animal day.
So, yeah, we're driving along.
Worst fucking band to crash a car to ever.
Loving an elevator.
That's a good song. That's a good song.
And so you crash into it.
About 10 yards out. We all kind of like realize what the fuck's about. It's like the flash before the shit.
God, teen boys are dumb.
I love your story.
I remember we all just go. It was like harmonizing, like my dad's barbershop. We all go, like we fucking, like it's about to fucking happen.
It's sad, but I totally understand it and could put myself in that car next to Seth. And then at that age, I'd be
just place your hand on his shoulder as it goes.
Yeah. That's how.
I had mine bracing on their two chairs or something. I think that's what I did. Blast through it. Fucking the owner comes out, like fucking irate, like crazy, like worried about us more than anything, of course. My fat friend is like, I think his chest hurt. Like I think he hit his chest. So he's
slammed into steering wheel.
But my buddy, fucking his neck. I don't know. I couldn't tell if he was fake or not. But he's like, he's on the side.
I can't walk.
No, he was trying.
I didn't know if they were serious or not. Yeah, exactly. I don't know if he was trying to just say that.
He's trying to soothe her.
Yeah, exactly. But I'm in the back. I acted like nothing. I was like, I'm okay. I'm fine. Because I didn't want any part of it, really. I just wanted... It was fun for me to just be the person poking and like, let's do it.
Yeah, man, you got to get a shrink.
So what happened?
I'm going to say that again.
The guy calls the ambulance. Ambulance comes. So the guy that's on steroids...
This man's fat.
We must get taxpayers' dollars for a fucking prank.
He's in the back of the ambulance. They take his blood pressure.
It's not a prank. It's a scam.
That's true. That's
He's trying to scam insurance money.
But he also doesn't know how to scam correctly. They're not going to pay for a new car.
Yeah. Well, no, he got... Well, that's... next step. Okay. He takes his blood pressure, and his blood pressure is like fucking, because of all the steroids, he's like 220 over like 100. Something ridiculous. Like he's fucking having a heart attack. And they're like, oh, your friends got way too, we're taking him to the...
We're out of here. It's crazy. The fat guy's having a heart attack and the steroid guy. We got to get out of here.
The steroid guy looks amazing.
It's heart attack crazy over here.
The guy in the middle's in between.
We've got two guys having heart attacks. The guy in the middle thinks he's having a heart attack.
And I don't know. They asked us, did we not see the vehicle? And we're like, oh, we were just kind of talking and didn't. And I don't know.
We were singing barbershop quartet.
We're singing Aerosmith.
I wasn't paying attention to. Like, well, that's on you.
We were planning our insurance scam.
So literally like 2 or 3 weeks later, he gets a check for his car. It was like $400 or something shit that he couldn't even pay for the fucking seats in it or something like that. I mean, the car was worth maybe $800, $900. It was worth shit. It was worth nothing. It barely drove.
Like $1,000.
But he got like $400 for it. And he's like, no, I gotta fucking save money and buy something else. He was fucking irate.
And then normally, like big guys like that end up with a little car, and that's when it's sad.
But I took him to a buffet and he got happy.
That's good. It just ends like a children's book.
And the guy got his car fixed. Everything was fine.
It's not fine.
Where are they now? Let's do them. Where are they now?
Yeah.
Where is your Chungus friend?
My one friend stopped talking to me because my fat friend, but we were best friends for a while, and we actually just connected again. He got very, very religious.
Okay.
And he knew I was kind of an outspoken...
You're an outspoken atheist. Sure.
Well, I was. I'm not so much anymore. I am, but I'm not...
You used to be more dickheady about it.
I was more outspoken, I guess you could say. So I think that was one of the reasons that he kind of stopped talking to me, but we just reconnected actually like a few months ago, which is weird.
Get him in your karate. And get him to lose weight like Diamond Dallas Page, and then you'd go on a Shark Tank.
Yeah, he's not in this area anymore.
What about steroids, man?
I don't know. Last I checked, I'm friends with him on Facebook. Actually, last I checked, he had a couple. This is the guy I used to do G with a lot too. Like, I remember him like
G and steroids.
I remember let's
get in G holes and suck each other's dicks.
He was in a G hole in the beach, like almost drowning in the salt water, and I had to carry him out and like lay him on the sand.
Oh God! I almost died. Suck my dick, man. I'm in a G hole.
His girlfriend was with him, and then she started just making out with him as he was like, cheat out.
What?
It's a different way of living, man.
I was watching the Jersey Shore yesterday.
Yes.
Because Crystal was like, let's put on ridiculousness. And I'm like, we ran out of shit.
Did you watch the new?
No,
or you watched the old?
I never even seen it, but I was like, what the fuck is this? And
no,
they're
you
like
gotta
an
watch
apartment.
Below Deck, bro.
Yeah, and I'm like, this all I watch Holy Moly too. Awesome. Kids love it.
It's great.
It's great. Anyway.
Rob Riggle actually does a very fine job of being really silly and funny. And they've let him go more now.
Dude, he was saying boner alert, and then the guy's like, that's not going to pass. And they were fucking around.
They let it go.
Like, okay.
Yeah, they let stuff go. I think they're doing kind of what we do in real radio. Spoiler alert, we push the envelope until somebody says we can't do it.
Yeah,
and what you're supposed to do.
And I was like, this is good.
Yeah.
I was talking shit about it. I was like, no way it's good.
No, Riggle's good. Riggle's solid. And Joe, was it famous sportsman?
Yeah.
Tottori?
Steroid guy's in a wheelchair. I'm joking.
Okay. He's dead.
He's fine. He looks good. I'm friends with him on Facebook. I didn't realize I was.
It's fine.
You can act.
You can do steroids as much as
you can get him in your dojo. You guys can do it again.
You can do steroids while you're 18 until your blood pressure's 240 over 100 and then be fine. And
so what happened on Jersey Shore? I'm interested.
Yeah. Oh, nothing. It was just so... I was like, what the hell is going on? And it was like, who are these people and who would want to hang out with them?
Who are these people?
Are you watching the new stuff or the old ones?
I have no idea. I'm watching some shit. And it looks before they were rich. Maybe.
Okay, so it's probably the early stuff.
It's some rerun shit.
I remember.
It's on Hulu.
Yeah, me and Andrea used to be all in on Jersey Shore.
Yeah, like it's just trash.
We'd go and watch it, but I can't find myself committing as much because I don't want it on when the kid's running around. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So like, if it were just me and her, I think I probably would put it on while we're cooking or doing stuff like that. But I don't want that on when
I started watching that Sexy Beasts dating show on Netflix. You guys,
is that the one where they dress up like different animals and shit?
Well, it's just like. It's animals. It's like one lady was a devil. Yeah. Like so you just can't see their face. What their face really looks like. But it's pretty fucking funny.
Are they making
and it's really good makeup and costuming.
Are they making skinnier people large and large people skinnier?
They only have 2 episodes out, and right now, no. It's basically just their faces.
You know what I mean? Because like
sometimes their hands.
Like if you walked over, like no offense, I'm just saying if a girl walked over and she was like, let's say I got the elephant,
you're like Jabba the Hutt.
You can tell.
Yeah, you can tell I'm going to be like, I'm just saying.
Yeah, they don't really mess with their body size.
I'm just being honest. I'm going to be like, fuck, I got the elephant. Good makeup.
All right, let's take a break. When we come back, we'll do some news. We got a long list to dump them out, so I don't want it to go too long.
Alrighty. Pliskin is the name of the band. The name of the song is Unwanted. I'm going punk rock heavy.
Yep.
And then at the end of the show, we're going to end with a brand new song from Curtis Harding. If you don't know who he is, you need to look him up. He is phenomenal. So enjoy this. We'll be back with more on Mediocre Time momentarily. Let's get punk rocking.
Have you ever denied to be different by choice?
Congrats to your Cleveland Guardians.
What is it? What? Oh,
they changed their name.
Yeah.
Well, this is, full transparency, this is an ad for Guardian Water Services.
Yeah.
It was never called Indian Water Services. I assure you. That's a Dan Dennis promise. It was never called Indian Water Services.
That's my racist liquor name.
I don't know about this one. We've done this before. I don't know about this.
Oh, this ad?
This one, yeah.
No.
I feel all alone, and I got real cold. My body got cold.
No.
Very cold.
No. They know. If you need water, then Guardian Water Services.
I feel bad for you, son. That's what I thought you were going to do.
Listen, some people live out in the sticks, and they have that, what I like to call fart water, the well water, and it stinks, and it stains your toilets. Get the full conditioning system.
I will always think that's poo-poo, by the way. Even if it's hard water that stains the bottom. Okay, if you're just rolling the Life Dice, why would hard water turn the toilet? You could choose any color in the rainbow, but it chooses doo-doo brown. Why?
It's if it was like blue or green.
How about hot pink?
Yeah.
And then I'd be like, oh, he's got hard water. But now when I look at there, I have to choose as like a relatively intellectual person. I got good intelligence. I look at it, I go, it could be poo-poo.
A lot of poo-poo. Also, your city water, it passes the basic standards of what it takes to give human beings water.
But if you really want it to taste good, and I'm talking about the RO system that we use. I use it daily to cook. One of my kids' favorite foods is rice. With rice, you need water. It changes the taste of your foods, man. It makes everything just brighter and better. And
if you're buying a bunch of filters, you're spending a bunch of money on bottled water, all that stuff. Me and Daniel, we got it at the studio. Samantha's got it. The RO system fits under your sink. It's a reverse osmosis filtration system. Same thing you get in a bottled water.
Exactly what you get. And also, you can one-up all of us and get one of those Westinghouse full, complete home systems.
Yeah.
Absolutely amazing. They've been in the business for a very long time. Guardian wouldn't use anything other than the best equipment. That's why they went with Westinghouse.
Save your pipes, save your appliances. It's GuardianWaterServices.com.
Hide your kids, hide your wife.
Ghost story, because I'm dead and you're alive.
Sorry, I'm so sorry, Teenage Bottle Rocket. I've only heard that song twice, and I forgot that it ends like that. Welcome back to Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan. I am Dan.
I'm Tom.
Samantha's here, Butler's here, Seth Petrozelli on news. And where are we going now, buddy?
Let's get to it. Let's get some news.
All right, I got to find
my voice is tired from talking.
Here we go.
Attack, but the Russian won't call him back, and we all forgot about that fight. Just won't prove for long he's gonna die. It's Seth Petrozelli with your douche bro
Bro News.
Seth's News brought to you by White Claw. Use hashtag ClawMe when you buy some White Claw. at ABC or wherever you buy White Claw, and we'll send you a gift. We got a bunch of White Claw hats and other cool things recently, and we'll mail one to you.
This whole send people a gift thing's going to fucking kill you. You know that, right?
Gifts.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know that, right?
I'm
it's
trying
working,
to,
though. It's working great.
Everybody gets
I'm trying to, it really does matter.
It matters.
And I'm like,
it does.
The only way our company can keep going.
But nobody likes to be upfront with it. Most people will do it, and they'll say, "Oh, yeah, behind the scenes, yeah, it totally matters." But they don't want to say it.
Is it
because for some reason
is it too private? Is
for some reason it's very guarded to say it matters that there's feedback. I don't know what that means.
Is it like because it's considered like a cheesiness? Listen, because
maybe, but I don't think it's cheesiness. I think it proves.
Yeah.
It proves to your client that there's been
it works.
That there's been a communication.
Well, I'm
exchange.
saying to talk about it and to be so appreciative to anybody who uses a sponsor.
Yes.
I guess it's kind of cheesy to say.
It is kind of cheesy,
but it's how the business works. I don't.
Well, it's only cheesy. Well, really, it's
the only way it will work.
Well,
we can't do it without.
I think I figured it out. It's cheesy because most people will say it, but they won't. Like with the Gabriella Plants deal.
Yeah.
It's only cheesy, but you get the plant, and then you're, oh yeah, this isn't cheesy. You see what I'm saying? Like,
yeah. I don't, and also it costs us a bunch of money. Like, honestly,
whatever.
Yeah.
News. All right, news.
By the way,
sorry, I didn't mean to derail us, but
Butler was clapping and openly stirring his drink on the mic. The whole Seth's intro, he's like clapping along to it, loud with his mic on, and then stirring the drink.
I told you he's on the spectrum, and he's creeping up higher and higher every day.
How do you not know that first you have a microphone in front of you, it's right in front of you,
and you have headphones on?
Your headphones, you're on a show. Okay, I'm sorry.
I don't recall clapping, but
you were clapping. I looked over at your hands as you were loudly clapping, and I was like, "What the fuck is he doing?"
I like clapping. All right.
Seth, first story.
Okay. Were you able to pull that video by any chance?
Yeah. I'll get it from the text while you're.
Okay. So, a man's proposal at a baseball game goes horribly wrong. An embarrassing video appears to show the moment a man's marriage proposal at a minor league baseball game in Massachusetts goes horribly wrong.
Don't propose to me at a minor league game.
I was just about to say, that's why it was a minor league game. Like,
now, before you continue the story, it's been well known for a while that this has been a promotional gag to do.
Everybody in the chat's already calling it out that it's fake.
Oh, really? No shit? And the New York Post. See, I went to a reputable news source.
I mean, this going on that we
can still do it.
They're going to sell it like it's real.
It's fine.
I can tell right now. I'll look at it and I'll know whether this is real or not.
I thought it was a little hokey too, but I decided to run with it anyway.
Because this has been going on at basketball games. They love it at basketball games for whatever reason. But they show some proposal and then the girl storms out and then everybody's like, oh. And then it's entertainment.
The guy just goes and runs into a car on the way.
And they're like, sponsored by Mentos.
Then let's just skip it then. Screw
no, I want to see. I want to see your
We want to make fun of you. Oh.
Yeah.
No, I will make fun of you because
this is real.
I did not. I had an idea because it did look a little like the guy.
No, look,
his face looked kind of like fake.
This is not your fault.
But I would like to give the New York Post a little credit in the fact that they shouldn't have gotten fooled if this was just a promotional stunt.
They post non-factual shit all the time.
I don't know.
Not the New York Times.
I don't know what the fuck it is.
Here we go.
But you look like an idiot if you report this as news.
No, it's too over the top. She's too over the top about it.
Yeah.
And it's a perfect camera angle, like right there.
I thought the camera angle sucked. That's why I was like...
Seth, this is so goddamn fake. It's sad that you actually brought this in.
You know what? I wanted to give you
him for this.
I wanted to give you the benefit of the doubt.
Hey, see if you could pull up a girl on a Jersey Shore ride.
By the way,
hits a seagull with her face.
Let me hold on.
Pull that up real fast because I got that. There's no way to fake that.
Let me yell.
That's my next story.
At the fucking promotions department of all these professional sports agencies that do these things during like baseball and NBA games or whatever. I know that you don't hire any actors. These are just like in promotion interns or whatever because they all want to do stuff the cheapest way possible. But the female's reaction is too over the top and unbelievable because you saw how she's like walking away like, no. And they're like, nobody ever acts like that. That's not realistic at all. If she really did not want to get married, she would probably just be like, all right, let's talk about it. Thank you.
She wouldn't have stood on the dugout.
And then, who runs away? Like, it's stupid. It's over the top.
I think my wife actually was sick with the flu when I hid the ring in the Christmas tree. And she couldn't find the plug. Remember that? And she couldn't find the plug.
Yeah.
And then, I did this whole, prank.
Yeah, but
I got 3 cool stories of proposing.
Hold on, I do want to hear.
I want you to rank them.
Tell us how you did it.
Rank them.
The first one was we went to a really expensive restaurant. It's not what's that top floor at downtown Orlando? It was a restaurant at the very top. What was the name of that restaurant right there? It closed. It had the really cool windows that were slanted that you could look out of.
PDQ.
I don't know.
Anyway,
I remember that.
Took her to dinner.
Arthur's? No.
I don't know. I got the check. I stuck the ring inside the check. I open it. I'm like, oh my God. She's like, what happened? I'm like, I think they triple charged me for the meal or something. I don't know what's going on. Tell me if this looks right to you. She opened it. The ring was in there. I got on one knee. And I thought everyone that was in the restaurant would look and be like, nobody gave a fucking shit.
I wanted you to go the route of I forgot my wallet. Can you pay for this? Slide it over.
What was it? I mean, I went similar. Something like that. The second one, I just did it right in front of him. Nothing special at all. I was like, you know what? I was jaded by the first one, so the second one.
Damn.
I got nothing.
I'm ready.
I surprised her. I did surprise
with
her.
the check.
I did surprise her with her parents being at my family dinner, so I invited them. She didn't know they were coming. It was like a Thanksgiving or something like that, or Christmas. It was Christmas, actually. So I invited them down, so she was surprised that they were there. She's like, what are you doing? What are you doing?
Mom and Dad,
she turned around.
Oh, what a great surprise. My in-laws are here for dinner.
Yeah. And then the third one.
Voila.
You'll love this.
And there's more where this came from.
The third one, I took her on vacation to Colorado. We were in the mountains.
I've been there.
Got a really nice balcony. Looked out over the mountains. I put the ring.
Can't wait to plow you over this.
I put the ring inside this. It's actually a really cool ring holder. It looked like a rose, but it opened up and it was a ring holder.
Oh, I see
inside.
those at 7-Eleven all the time. Glass ball, never ending rose.
Yeah. If you take the
they
glass,
have a camouflage one now.
Yeah.
They have a camouflage rose inside a glass ball, and the lady, my ladies at 7-Eleven, she's like, baby, that will last you 2 years.
And then when you're done with the rose, you can smoke crack out of the ball.
No, this is a big ball. You would have to throw this in a cop car.
Yeah. Oh, that
big one.
Sorry, I thought you meant a tiny one.
It looks like a crystal ball.
Who buys that, by the way?
I want to buy it.
Let's have one for the studio.
I was going to bring one.
I'm getting one.
All right.
I'm getting one over the weekend.
Okay, sorry.
No, don't say it. I'm buying one.
So I said, I took her out to the balcony. I was like, hey, isn't this a beautiful view? This is a great view. And then she's like, yeah. I'm like, well, what about this view? And I held the flower up, and then I opened it.
Oh.
Well, that one's the best one out of the three.
How about this view? My cock.
I had the rose down here, and I had a hole cut in it. My little dick was popping.
Why does it make me embarrassed when the hearing stories of
going
you
over the top
trying to be romantic?
Because you have no romance in you.
I feel like I want to run.
How are you going to propose next time?
I'm so embarrassed by how do you like this?
Did you do something crazy when you proposed?
She proposed to him.
She played the heart perfectly, and then on a pile of money, she proposed to you.
No, all of our family was together for Thanksgiving, and I proposed on her grandmother's pier that they just recently lost over the years. But yeah, it was at her grandmother's.
You went on a broken pier and climbed out on the broken pier.
It wasn't a broken pier. It was out in Coconut.
That's a lot of pressure, bro. No. Butler,
quit doing it in front of everybody.
Yeah,
I didn't do it in front of anybody.
I did it too.
It was just Jen and I.
All my friends.
Yeah, I just did it in front of Andrea. I didn't do it. I asked her dad, though.
Do it in private.
Oh, I asked every one of their dads.
I asked her. You know, I will say. Okay. I asked her dad for permission, but now that I think about it, I think that's fucking stupid.
What if they say no?
They're never going to say
What
no.
if the dad says no? Then are you just not going to ask the woman to marry you?
You wouldn't have called him. You knew what he was going to say.
I already thought about that.
I did it too.
Mine said I had to finish college. I had to finish college.
Yeah, I already thought about that. And
you're like, all right, bro.
And then you walk outside and you're like, holy shit, I can't do that. Me dumb. Me dumb. Me no do that. Me start karate kick. Me start kick store.
Skull, please kill your dojo. Seth's kick store.
Yes.
I called Jen's dad.
All punches, half off.
Setsu-san Getty.
I called Jen's dad, but the line went dead. And I had to call him back, and it was.
You did it on the phone. You didn't do it in person.
What?
Yeah.
I did it in person.
I did mine on the phone.
I did it in person.
Nerve-wracking.
My dad told me to do it in person. My dad's like, "Boy, you're not gonna call to do that. You got to sit down with him and say,
Once I'm an adult myself, I don't feel like I have to do it anymore.
Yeah, I kind of felt like,
well, now you're older than
You're dead. Yeah.
Yeah, I really. You should be asking me.
Well, he dates young girls. Their dads are probably still.
Yeah, you're gonna eventually,
I'll be older than the dad.
No,
Yeah, you probably. Wait, are you older than her dad?
No.
Oh, okay.
But you're close. Let's start a podcast.
Dude, but I wonder if people still do that to this day.
I bet they do.
Call the dad.
Not everybody.
You know what?
but-
I'm gonna go on a limb, and I'm gonna say that even though I know that tradition will change so many more times, and it already is. But if Maisie, whomever, girl, guy, whatever, wants to, phone me up or find me and shows me the respect of sitting down with me and shows that level of respect of like, to me, I kind of took it as like saying, I'd like to be part of this, like I want us to be together. I want us to be like family. That will go a very long way with me. And I'm not.
It's true.
I'm not much of a traditionalist. I'm not a traditional dude, but like it just means that you're in it, and that you want to have fun, and you want to be like a good person, and you're going to treat Maisie right. So I like that. At its very least, it's a sign of respect.
Yeah. Also, I'm pretty sure you would know whether it was a good idea or not, right? Just based on you knowing. I'm sure you've like.
So if you think that he doesn't like you, just don't ask, right?
Oh yeah, or it's not going to go well.
Her dad didn't give me the business about my tattoos, though. I mean, he got his digs in.
No, right.
And I like getting digs in. I'm that type of person.
Yeah.
But as I'm sitting here, I don't think I'd be comfortable doing that. I don't think I could do that.
Yeah.
You know me pretty well. I think I'd be kind of in the...
He's just giving you the business?
He was like, you have an awful lot of tattoos.
Well, he didn't say that when you first met.
Why'd you choose to get those, kind of a thing. Like I think it was just kind of, maybe he was just having fun.
Well, you do have that opportunity now to say what you feel, right? Because you have him on the line, you're vulnerable.
Yeah.
It'd be easy.
Hey,
or you could be fucking with
good
it,
on
too.
him. Get me, whatever.
Yeah, they're trashy.
I love that dude.
They are
Jim.
trashy.
Jim's the best. I lucked out. I literally won the lottery. So if he wants to get me good.
When I see
he's
you
a great man.
When I see you walking around here, I'm like, what's that guy doing here? He's walking the wrong way. Go towards Colonial. And, what's the next story?
All right. Next story.
I hope they're all fake.
No, this one's definitely not fake unless there's some sort of...
Oh, don't never say
definitely.
A video filmed aboard an amusement park ride in Jersey Shore
Jersey Shore
captured the moment a 13-year-old girl collided with a seagull. Cue this shit, because this shit's fucking hilarious.
Okay.
Oh, this is the Fabio.
This happened in Busch Gardens, Williamsburg.
All right, here we go.
It's just
Well,
funny how
that was on a
nonchalant
roller
she rips this
coaster.
off.
I've never seen it on a slingshot.
Okay. Oh, man, that's going to hurt. Here we go.
Man.
Shit, that's gonna hurt.
All right.
Happy birthday.
They're down there.
Watch.
I like it when they have
Fabio hit a fucking goose.
I mean, you could lose an eyeball.
He could fuck you up.
Oh, there it is.
That's a real bitch right there. She grabbed that thing.
That's what I'm saying. She ripped it off.
That's a Jersey girl, dude.
She left it
Dude, she's awesome.
And the best part is the bird just flew away. Like, what the fuck just hit me?
How good is she? No, it kind of just nestled in her bosom.
I gotta see the hit again.
And then she took it out.
It hit a lot more soft.
Oh, it fucking killed that goose with
No,
Fabio.
and Fabio killed that shit with his face.
Blood everywhere.
There it is again.
The girl said when she shut up, she saw it, and it was coming right toward her, she said.
You can probably see her
She
eyes.
looks like she's looking at it.
It's flying over.
Boom!
Yeah, you saw her eyes divert. Yeah.
Oh, there it is. It flew away.
Yeah, it flew away.
She's laughing about it.
That's funny.
God damn.
The bird and the girl
The
not
better would
injured.
have been
The
right in
bird
the
was
mouth.
injured. I mean, maybe
Oh,
it
yeah,
lived,
the
but it
bird's
was
fucked up.
injured.
Probably concussion.
How would they even know? Like, it flew
Yeah, they
fucking away.
checked up on it. Yeah.
The fact that it flew away, it has internal damage for sure. It's going to
Well,
slowly
I mean,
die.
birds have those little hollow bones, you know?
We didn't know what happened until they got off. They saw the feathers falling from the ride. So they saw a bunch of feathers go...
Oh, shit.
No, people on the bottom.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That's like every once in a while, a pitcher will fucking nail a bird out of the air and shit, and you're like, wow, what are the chances of that shit?
We used to bring that up all the time. Remember, we became obsessed with that video. We did this on the morning show. We became obsessed with that video of Randy Johnson hitting the bird.
just disintegrates.
I think now our good friend Dan Cummins has been covering this on Is We Dumb, his podcast. I think they've been covering the Randy Johnson hitting the bird thing. But there was a time where you and I would watch that video like on a loop in the morning show. Like,
it was amazing.
Yeah, we're just like, how does that happen?
But here's
what is that?
This is the influence of the internet, though. Like, I guarantee you, if we interview someone from the Orlando Slingshot a month from now, that we're gonna ask them, like, hey, did you get every single customer ask or reference? Hope I don't hit a bird, And it's like, and the guy's gonna say, in 700,000 times I launched this thing, no birds have ever been hitting, it's never going to happen. But now people saw it and they're gonna be like, oh, I hope I don't hit a bird,
right,
and then that's it.
We smashed a bird going home we had a lineman camp in high school, not on purpose. We were driving, my buddy Chad Perkins always had big ass lifted trucks.
First and last name.
Chad
Perkins. It doesn't matter. I mean, we didn't anything bad. We're just on a highway, and I just remember.
Silly reference. I'm a nerd.
I remember a bunch of birds flying like in the highway when we're driving. We just didn't slow down. He fucking creamed into like 2 birds, and the flares were. And we all laughed hysterically, like
my dad plowed through a duck and ducklings as they were crossing the street on our way to Disney while I was in the back of a pickup truck.
Oh my god!
Wow!
Did not slow down.
I told you be careful with this one.
My brother did some fucked up shit.
She is the one of
Went to the happiest place on earth after that.
You want a balloon?
He just kept going.
He just ran.
He's like, I was on I-4. What'd you want me to do?
Hey kids, watch this.
My
brother did
Jessica
that on
might have been in the back of the truck with me.
Oh my
in the
god!
back of the truck.
I mean, could he?
Yeah, we can't ride inside.
Could he have swerved and like it was too dangerous?
My dad swerved to miss a duck and hit a cop car.
Yeah. Well, sometimes they tell you.
Sometimes you gotta
like
you gotta
don't
do what
swerve.
you gotta do.
Anyway, next
Mr.
story.
Duck hit a pig. All right. So the next one, I thought this one was really cool because it's local and it's right down the street, and I'm excited about this. Orlando will get a high-tech Mongolian barbecue joint when the Mongolorian opens. The Mongolorian, like Mandalorian? I thought you'd like that.
Oh, wow. Oh, I get it now.
He did that just for you, Butler.
I get it now. Oh, it was
you know the old firehouse on Colonial? Firehouse subs?
I hate Firehouse subs.
Oh, no, I know. That's why they went out of business.
God.
Anyway, I looked at it to open my dojo. It was too big, so now the Mongolorians.
There used to be a sneaker store there, too, like a crazy high-end sneaker store there, and there's a cleaner.
We're not really...
Cleaners right down there, yeah.
Are we kind of too far away from the tourist area to name your place after a Star Wars?
I don't know.
Well,
the guy
that's like Asian land there.
Yeah, the guy that's doing it, his name is
a
Hoy.
Dragon Ball Z joint around there too.
Hoy Win. He's behind such the other Mills 50 places like King Bao, Pokihana, Matcha House. Like those are all.
Oh, those are all great spots.
Spots. So he's opening this, so it should be like really good.
Legit.
Mongolorian's a character in World of Warcraft. Is it possible that it's named after that instead?
It has the
Oh, so they are definitely going for Mandalorian. Okay.
Doesn't that look at that Mandalorian helmet?
Well, they'll kind of get...
No,
what is Mongolian barbecue?
It's a Mongolian helmet.
The Mongolian will allow patrons to build their own bowls from a selection of starches, proteins, vegetables, and sauces, and then they cook them up in front of their eyes using 7 tabletop stir fryers for a showy element.
So is it just like poke bowls, basically?
No, you ever been to a Chinese buffet that has a Mongolian barbecue in it, where you go and you get meats, vegetables, you hand it to the guy, and he stir fries it real fast and hands it back to you?
It's like a tampon chef.
Okay, so they just stir fry.
Not tampon chef. Like tampon chef. My God.
It's like one of those poke joints, yes.
It's actually called tampan.
Could you imagine what happened when Seth and Butler went out? Like, I would have loved to hear the conversations.
You couldn't have handled it. You couldn't have handled it. It would have been like it would have been listening to like a serial killer confess. Like you wouldn't have been able to take the details. You'd be like, "Oh my God, this is grotesque."
So yeah, I just thought that was interesting. That we're getting something cool, and plus, I was excited because I could eat this stuff because I just not pick the starches and get all veggies and proteins. I don't know. It was local, so I thought.
You ever been to Juicy Pot?
Pato Pato, yeah.
No, Juicy Pot's the new. Yeah. Try Juicy Pot.
Really?
Yeah, I'm saying.
Okay.
Might go there tonight. I heard. Whoa, Juicy Pot. They got a conveyor belt, a ramen conveyor belt.
Like it local?
Yeah.
Okay.
Can I ask you guys a question? So, Crystal got very mad at me because I got super grumpy. Getting these grumpy moods.
You've been grumpy a lot.
I gotta relax. Yes,
I told you to relax.
What makes you
gotta get some new poo time?
I don't know, but that's not
sandals.
Anyway, so
need some Crocs, bro.
So we dropped.
Come out with us.
Crystal dropped the boys off at my mom, so she was like, "You want to go to dinner?" And I'm like, "Yeah, let's go to dinner." We never, we don't go out. It was just me and her very often. And then so she's like, "What do you want?" And I'm like, "Oh my God!"
You picked the barbecue place.
No, I'm
lemonade.
like, I don't care. Pick whatever you. And she gets mad that I don't.
Say that.
I just because every
Just
time
make it up, dude.
If I actually
Honestly.
tell her what I want, then she'll be like, I don't like that. You know, like anyway.
Just pick her fucking favorite spot.
There you go.
But anyway, so I just like pick whatever.
That's spoken like a man who wants a blowjob.
That's right.
But I was like, pick whatever you want.
No,
whatever.
you can't say that.
What you got to do, right? You got to pick 3 places and let her pick out of the 3.
Oh, that's what he does with our clients.
You give them options. Yeah.
You don't understand.
None of you fucking understand.
Anyway,
Nobody here understands, man.
so I'm just like, whatever. So she's driving around.
Kate.
She's texting someone.
You're just driving aimlessly?
And she's, let's try out this
She's
Italian
texting
restaurant.
someone.
And then I'm like,
Oh, is it the place I go for my birthday?
I have no idea.
I like that.
The
That was
Pescatore?
that was fun.
I'd never seen it, whatever. And then so we walk in, and then they seat us down. We sit down, and then she looks at the menu, and she's like, I don't want to eat this. And then she's like,
Oh, gosh.
let's get out of here.
Will you walk
And
out?
I'm like, no, yeah. And then I'm like, fuck. Why? I
Does
hate
that make
it.
you uncomfortable?
Yes.
Why? It
Yeah, that
doesn't
would make me-
matter.
that
They
make me
don't fucking care.
It makes me uncomfortable.
They don't care.
It seems
I
like
promise you they don't care. The old man, he's going to go, they're walking out. I'm going to go smoke a fucking cigarette. Yes, yes, they're walking out. Fuck that old lady and fuck that fucking guy with a dumb Tom and Dan sweatshirt. Fuck them both and fuck their kids too. I'm going to smoke. That's what they say.
I know.
You need to get that in your skull.
I know.
They hate you.
I know. I feel so awkward. I'm like,
No,
I'm sorry.
they
I'm
are
sorry.
happy
I'm
you're leaving.
Well, they have an emergency.
Oh, they just got one.
Emergency. Just start making up lines.
I don't lie either.
I have to tell the hostess so I don't disappoint her.
You know,
So he doesn't disappoint.
that is
You need a
sweet.
shrink, bro. You answer.
Yeah, you both need to
Oh,
get
that's
some
nice of you.
I got
I've done it a
We're
couple
fucked
times.
up. We're never going to fix it.
Why not? Please
Telling
do.
every staff member on your way out, like, I'm sorry, I have an
I'm
emergency.
so sorry.
I'm so sorry. I have an
I
emergency.
just got a water. I did tip. I did. Nobody cares.
Tell them I'm so
They
sorry.
don't care about you. They're glad you're gone.
Where'd you find that gift card, by the way? Interested.
Oh, it was in the side where you keep your receipts in your car. That
And you
side
guys
pocket.
shamed Max, you sons of bitches.
On his fucking birthday.
Well, he still didn't
You
know where
should've
he
held on to
dropped it. Yeah. It's like, anyway, yeah.
Like, Max, you owe me $50.
Then he wanted it, and we had to explain that we're like,
You
no,
should've
no,
never told
it's
him
not
that.
yours. And like, that is mine. I was like, I lost it, and now you owe it to me. Give it back. And we're like,
Finders
no,
keepers.
We
You gotta
gave
tell him
you
finders
$50.
keepers.
This is ours now. And he's like, I know. Yeah, I'll give you $50 for my piggy bank, and then I'm taking my goddamn gift card
Like,
back.
that has my fucking name on it.
It's like, calm down, bro.
I walked out of a Jason's Deli after ordering the food and having it in front, ready to pay for it. You know, you slide down the little thing, have all the food, and I'm like,
Fuck Jason's Deli.
because I was going to go to the buffet, and I always get hard-boiled eggs there because that's what I can eat. And they're like, we're out of hard-boiled eggs. I
Egg
go,
buffet.
You're fucking. I'm like, you're out of hard-boiled eggs. I'm like, that's the only reason I came here. I had my girlfriend had a muffalata, a fucking soup, all sorts of shit in front. I just left it all. I grabbed her hand and I just walked out and I left all the fucking food right there. I didn't pay for it.
I did that in Publix.
I was so pissed.
Remember, I did that in
you
Publix.
got
That,
real
one,
mad.
that
So
little
pissed.
zit face. I almost said a really bad thing.
No eggs.
That little zit face over there. He made my sandwich, and then he took one half of it, and he took the hot bread and set it on the melted mozzarella, and it stuck to the bottom. And he's, I don't know what to do. And I'm like, I'm not eating that. I'm not eating that. You fucking zit face. And then he was like,
Oh, they screw stuff up, and that's you.
yeah, and then he's like, and I just calmly said, I can't eat that. I will come back later when you're not working. Bye bye, and I walk out
Good
like
for
a
you.
psychopath. I was like, I'm out of here.
Just eat it.
No,
So
no, it's not what I wanted.
You need a shrink too, buddy.
It's not what I wanted.
Tom can't disappoint anybody.
Okay.
That's why I
Do you have
can't
any
ever
more
say
stories?
no.
I do, but it's not what we're talking about. You told me that you only wanted a few. I have one.
Yeah.
If you want me to talk about
we
it.
got a big
The
dump
Milk
about it.
District
We
is
can-
offering pop-up shops. I just thought it was really
Yeah,
cool.
that's right over by the Nook.
Yeah. For aspiring entrepreneurs. Let's see.
How's it work? Like you just go in there.
You just go in there. It's like a couple $100 a day. it's like a pop-up business. You can go in there.
We could do a merch week.
That's what I was thinking.
That's
doing
a good
something
idea.
like
That
let's
is good.
split
I
it
thought
and do
about it.
karate / Tom and Dan.
No. You gotta
And
do
you
your
go
own
fuck
day.
yourself. They're the decision makers, not you.
Getting ballsy over there.
Sam,
he thought he had a freebie because he gave you a compliment.
Yeah. I don't care about your compliments, though. That's the problem.
I like your dress, but fuck you.
They bounce right off my boobies and go the opposite way.
That's right.
I was all in, but when Sam started influencing me, I was like, she's right. Bad idea to go into business with us. Either of us. We should not go in business together.
I make good money in my business. I run a successful
Next
business.
thing you know,
that's not ridiculous.
Yeah, next thing you know, I'm in a LeSabre with a fat guy and I'm trying to ram a Lamborghini.
I want to say it was like a Buick or something.
Trust me, there's a lot of luck involved for both of us.
You're right.
Take a break.
Oh my god,
it's mostly luck.
All right, let's take our break. We'll take a quick one. Dump them out's on deck, right?
Yep.
Yes.
This is the Sherlocks. That's the name of the band. The name of the song is Falling. We'll be right back with more A Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan. 1-844-TOMNDAN. Bye-bye. Gringos locos, home of the double D.
No, I like that.
Like a little Davy Crockett.
Yeah. If you
Oh man, that just reminds me. Any song that was ever in grade school that was sung about Davy Crockett, highly racist. Bad, real bad. Don't do that.
Well,
I'm taking it back. It's my new Gringos logo.
When you go to
slogan,
when you go to grade school in the early '70s, it's
Right,
everybody
it's not good.
So
What are we here to talk about? Tacos.
Yes,
delicious tacos. They're not racist.
No. They've got a location downtown, their original location in the Milk District, location by UCF, location on Michigan Avenue.
2 in the Amway because we're open, baby.
Yeah. If you're in the Amway watching an event, go to Gringos instead of Gray Hot Dogs. We've been telling you. Also, it's football season's coming up. You guys are going to have fantasy football draft parties. You guys are going to be
Wait a minute, that's a good idea. Where are we doing ours?
Well, they're still working it out.
Well, why don't we just do it someplace neutral and cater to the Gringos?
I know.
It's just easier.
Dude,
I'm going to get a hold of Matt.
If you go to gringoslocos.com, go to their catering section, and any party, you have a giant party, they could have a Gringos bar, Double D bar, and have their employees make Double Ds for your party.
There's a reason that between 75% and 90% of our parties are catered by Gringos. The other percentages are usually made up by Porky's. But I'm just saying, there's a reason that we go with this because I haven't met a person that doesn't like tacos. Tacos are important.
If you're going to have like 12 to 15 people over your house and you just want Gringos to drop off their, their catering so that you can make your own Double Ds.
Or you can have
then they'll drop it off. It's easy.
A young man or woman stand there and make you look fancy and serve it up to your guests so you look like a high roller.
They could do any party, catering, big or small. Also, if you're hungry, just go grab a Double D at Gringos. And if you're at the Milk District, ask for a Tom and Dan koozie or Tom and Dan magnet. They've got some prizes for you.
Indeed. It's Gringos Locos, the official taco provider of everything Tom and Dan. That is my pick of the week, Curtis Harding with I Won't Let You Down, a brand new single. Welcome back to A Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan. I am Dan.
I'm Tom.
Samantha's here, Butler's here, and Seth on news. Well done. Your stories have been magnifique.
I'm glad my life is so hilarious to you guys.
Well, I mean, all we have is laughter, right? The world is ending. All we have is laughter.
It's the best medicine.
Yeah, it really is.
Let's do some Dump 'em Out.
Everybody.
We got too many topics on the list today. It's the end of the motherfucking show. So come on, baby, let's dump them out and play. I want to see your topics. Ooh, I want to also see your bottomics.
Dump 'em Out, brought to you by one of
stir the chicken.
motherfucker.
Right on the mic.
I'm glad they put that shit over the truck today. I'll say brought to you by Sanford. Check out all
the
our
whole city?
Yeah, the whole city.
Right.
The whole fucking
whole
damn
city. Every part of me except for that one part.
Jesus.
Go to Hollabox.
What does that even mean? It means nothing. Nobody knows what that means.
You're the one that's racist.
Yeah, you're the one.
I didn't say anything about race.
I was talking about the Sanford Burger King, if everybody must ask.
Talking about the Sanford Jungle
I got a
location.
Whopper there one time with no diced lettuce.
So check out West End, Celery City, Tuffy's, Hollabox, Willow Tree Cafe.
Celery City is what I call your teeth.
Is it still?
It's still there.
It's still? The whole day?
Whoa. So
Are you trying to
Half the
suck
day.
it? Are you trying to do that move? Or
That's fine. Just leave it.
Let me see.
Right.
Look
It's
here.
been there for 2 hours.
Yeah,
now.
you got it. You got it. He got it.
What's that?
He got it.
Oh.
You
got
finally
it.
got it.
Yahoo!
Motherfucker's bullying you hard. This is where they.
He's looking for a weapon. Oh, get the
What were you
whip. Get the
looking
whip.
for?
Get the whip in the
What were you looking for? A small bat? You look
stun
like
gun. He's looking for a stun gun.
Oh, you wait.
I feel like some shenanigans
One
are
of
going to
these
happen at
days.
Johnny's next week.
That's
You know, I don't
Oh, I
even think I'm
forgot I
going to
agreed
that.
to do that.
I don't think I'm
many
going.
You're
are just going.
Yeah.
So
I'm gonna send.
go to Sanford.
I'm gonna send mini drunkie as mini fridge.
Dan's new song. So
Oh yeah.
Well, we played it.
Yep.
Yeah, we played at the beginning of the show. It's it's really I did it as you. It's your new song called "Plain Clothes." You are a sexual deviant.
No, this is
where he's always had this thing for.
No, I had said one joke one time at Wing House, I think.
No, at Ale
said it
House.
on air.
We used to.
No.
Okay, back in the day, we used to go to Wing House, Ale House.
All the houses.
No, it was just
House of
Wing House.
Pain.
No, it was really just Wing House, Ale House,
Parliament House.
and Hooters had already its time had already passed. But then I've always been a Hooterman.
Pre Twin Peaks.
Yeah, it was pre Twin
gotcha.
Peaks and Tilted Kilt, all that. But this motherfucker would go to Ale House, and there was this one particular waitress that happened to plain clothes, but happened to have a very big mouth, a very large.
He likes
mouth.
the big mouth.
Okay.
He likes the big mouths.
Like Baraka.
Well, the
Mortal Kombat.
the plain
Yeah.
clothes came from a joke when we were at Wing House, and then girls would walk in before their shifts, and they'd have sweatpants and
And
their
Ugg
regular
boots,
clothes.
Ugg boots, yeah.
But you could see that they had their uniform underneath.
yeah.
And then I'm like, hey, that's what I like. I like it when they just wear their regular clothes.
And he does.
See, I was making a joke.
No, you weren't.
Sometimes you make a creepy joke.
I knew you had a boner. Yeah.
That was, but goddamn 15 years ago.
Well, you probably got better boners then.
What's strange restaurant eaters?
I saw a guy, went out to dinner with the family. I saw a guy at a steak chain, generic steak chain.
Rachel's.
Order a his steak, baked potato, another side, and a salad. He ate his steak. He took everything else to go.
You can't do salads to go in Houston's anymore.
He took everything
Or wherever
else
the hell
home.
it was.
And I was like, okay.
Interesting.
Yeah. And I said, is he frugal? Is he, because truthfully, if you think about it, he's eating a lot healthier than most of us do. Most of us go there, you eat the Caesar salad, you eat the loaded baked potato, you eat the steak, and then you have dessert and
Right.
25 beers, right?
What if?
Bad.
He's a Tom where his wife is vegetarian, so he's eating the meat, and then he brings her home the potato and the salad.
Okay, that's an option.
That's the only thing that makes sense, right? What the fuck would you bring home
It
the side?
seemed either healthy or cheap.
Because he only has meat at the house and he needs sides to go with his next meal.
It seemed healthy or
That's
cheap to me.
insane.
No, it seemed like
Well,
he
we think
was.
alike, all
I was judging him. I was trying to size him up and look at him and be like, is this a poor person? Who are we dealing with here?
No, cheap is different than poor.
Yeah, absolutely. A million percent. In fact, the
Seth's,
poor person would eat
cheap
all
as
of
hell.
the
I'm not
He's
fucking
poor.
discuss this and I'm not cheap.
Yeah, the poor
I'm about to
person would
spend
eat all of the
$8,000
food.
on lights for the back of my house.
Oh, no, you spend it
well,
on
that's
yourself.
so you can brag, yeah.
Well, yeah, so I can impress. Yeah.
Yeah, tell me when you spend
There's
$8,000 on
no
your
price,
girlfriend.
no price to not impress.
I just thought it was weird, right? It's
That
weird.
is weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That has to be something.
He didn't touch the salad. Like, it was salad with croutons, untouched. Like, he deliberately took it. I shouldn't, you shouldn't be eating with your family and staring at a man while he's, But he took it, he put it aside, and I deliberately saw him portion it away. He was Like, I'm putting this to the side while I eat my steak. Ate the steak. Baked potato came home. I want to say, like, broccoli or a mixed veggie, and then the salad.
Dude,
it all went home.
I've had that happen at, like, a la carte restaurants where I've worked before, but, I mean, yeah.
It just seemed weird to me, but I didn't want to discount his logic because I'm trying to eat healthier, and I was looking at that, and I'm like, well, you really shouldn't.
No,
and
if you
you'll
eat
weigh
healthier, then you eat half the steak, a quarter of the veggies, and another quarter of it. You don't eat just all the steak and then not the veggies.
All right, hold on. Seedy Sarah in the Twitch chat says everything else heats up okay. You got to eat the steak right away. That's
bullshit.
No, you undercook that way.
Cut steak up in little bits and put it in your eggs. That's how you have leftover steak in the eggs.
The salad goes bad if you don't eat it fresh. Like, you can't, doesn't store well.
That's what I would eat.
I think it's the opposite,
If I were going on trying to get a meal, let's say the idea, in my brain I made up that this guy's trying to get 3 meals out of it. I would do what Tom said. I would eat the salad first. My second meal would be the steak, and then the final one would be the stuff I hate, the baked potato and the veggies.
You got to have protein in your veggies.
I'm not going on health. I'm going on trying to stretch my meal into 3 meals.
You can still do the same thing. As long as it's portioned the same, you can do the same thing.
He's right.
I have a theory. So, from talking to people, and I talked to my buddy Fernando. I was in Davenport with all the Miami friends. So, Fernando, Turkey Leg,
I love
Grizz,
Fernando. I love
there.
those guys.
Pudge.
Shout out to all of them. You saw Pudge?
Everybody is wanting a Pudge interview. I don't know if you know what's been going on in the Twitch chat, but anytime someone mentions the word Pudge or Pudgy, because you said Pudge,
we'll talk to him one time.
We now start making up movie titles and we replace a word with the word Pudge.
He's a real man elevator mechanic.
That's why we want to talk
and
to him.
He's like, I'm going back to 712s. I'm like, 712s? That's what he's working in shifts. 7 12-hour shifts in a row.
He'll be rich. Yeah, he'll
well,
make money.
he's working his way up to, apparently when you get high up in the union, that's the
he's got right?
He probably spends it like
he's
dumb, right?
Yeah, he's got
no, he's a real man. Anyway.
Is Pudge married?
Yeah, he's married with a kid.
No, he's a smart guy.
Little Pudge?
Yeah,
he's
little
a smart
Pudge.
cat. He's a smart cat. He could probably do anything, but he chooses to do what he does.
So he used to work in the restaurant industry too, and then from talking to like my buddy Fernando, who's been a restaurant industry for 25 years, and like other people that work in the restaurant industry, there's always like regulars at every restaurant, and I'm not even saying like you go there once a weekend, but I'm saying like people that show up every day at 5, get the same thing for dinner, and then go home, and it's like. And they're always a little weird, like because who does that? Who goes and eats at a restaurant every single day of their life for years and years?
My
and
dad.
Years. You guys go to Publix every single day.
Me,
but not every day of their life. You know what I'm saying? Those
my dad went every Friday. It's a little different.
And those guys or girls tend to be a little off, and they have weirdo habits. Like every day he orders this, but he takes this home. and
they thrive on routine.
Oh my God, that's the shot doctor.
I weird. It's just he's OCD or whatever the hell it is. That's probably that.
Unique is a nice way of saying weird.
He takes that salad home. He eats the salad at home. Then he saves the baked potato for
tomorrow.
And he does that every goddamn day of his life.
Thursday's baked potato day.
Yeah. I just thought it was weird. I'm trying to write down more of these things that I observe because I do see things that are weird, and I was like, I wonder what that guy's doing.
What's that landscape mode on phones?
Oh, okay. If anybody ever wants to question the power of youth or the power of popular trends, remember, I want to say 5 years ago, where if you were taking video and you weren't in landscape mode, then we would roast your ass.
Yeah.
But because everything's TikTok now, youth has decided, fuck you, old people, and fuck you, landscape. We're doing it the way we want to fucking do it. So never deny the power of youth and the power of true trends and the power of real things
the youth
happening.
Create the trends.
They absolutely do. So don't even try to fight dumb old man. You are a dumb old man. It's happening. Landscape mode is not the thing. No, it's not. It's whatever.
My husband still is in landscape
Me
mode.
too.
I am too, but I'm just saying.
He yells at me because we've been trying to do little video things for semantics, and he yells at me if I don't have it.
I remember people yelling at me like, go landscape, go landscape.
Besides TikTok, you have to do landscape for YouTube.
You don't have to.
Well, if you want to put it on a TV,
if it looks nice.
It looks better
You
on
sound
TV.
like dumb old man. You fell into my trap. That was my trap. I set the trap, and Butler walked right into it.
But hold on. I know this is dumb old man, but the logic behind it is when you film on, what is that called? The regular mode? I don't even
Vertical.
Vertical mode.
Portrait.
Portrait. Correct. Nice job.
There's black space on either side, so it smushes the video.
Here's the thing. I think the teens hold their phone and they go, I don't have to turn it, bro. And that's it.
Oh, it's just lazy.
No.
Yes.
No, what it is
because you're consuming it in this mode. You're not consuming it in landscape. You're consuming it as a phone, right?
Correct.
So
Most
film
of the
it as
time,
a
yes.
phone.
Yeah.
If you're going to film it in landscape, make it a movie, make it a TV. But if
Yeah.
you're going to make it for the phone, make it for the fucking phone.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
I figured it out.
I
got real mad at this. I got real mad at this.
Instagram did this years ago, though, with the Instagram Square. Like,
Yeah,
it was
they
like
did.
it was like a photo setting.
But I don't
It was
even
a
know what that
perfect
is.
square.
I almost wish I kind of hate the Square too. I wish Instagram would just give me the whole fucking phone.
Yeah.
If it's a phone, make it a phone. If it's a movie, make it a movie. If it's a TV, make it like a mini movie.
Yeah.
So Butler walked out of
this is the funniest thing
the
ever.
office. Now,
We went to get the ingredients for our drink today.
Now, before I pulled up this morning, I noticed the painters. Like, this place is immaculately taken care of.
And there's
they
one-
pressure wash and paint every other week.
And can we not address the little old man that they keep on staff who
I didn't notice.
he does nothing, and he's been here since I've moved into
He
Baldwin.
might be the supervisor,
which is
then.
like 10.
Yeah.
No,
he's not the
no?
supervisor.
Okay.
It's been 10 years I've seen this old man. He couldn't even he doesn't have the strength to lift a paintbrush.
All he does is hold the painter's
All he does is and they still employ him, and God bless him for
Are they
doing
a
it
union?
because he's the sweetest little old
Probably.
man. He's so sweet.
Didn't Butler give him some beer one time?
Yeah.
Was it those people?
Yeah,
Oh, I
12
thought it
packs,
was-
yeah.
Yep,
And then
he
they
gave
started
him-
immediately drinking
He
it.
gave him 2 12-packs of Cigar City beer that was 5 years old.
Yeah.
And
he
it was
did.
room
You know what? You're a
temperature.
good man. You're a
Room
good man.
temp.
Room
Yeah.
temp beer.
Yeah.
So I see that the painters are out, and when the painters are out, like obviously they put the blue tape all over the townhouse they're going to paint, and they wrap everything.
They're painting mine soon, I guess. I don't know.
And so there's, I guess curbside parking in front of the townhouse, and I noticed I'm like, oh, they're painting this house. I'm not gonna park in front because they need that area for overspray and things.
You know
And
what?
then-
I'm glad you're in charge of our business department.
And then so I parked down, but Butler did not. Butler parked right in front
Right
of
in
the house.
front.
And they're
Roll
painting.
into a China. I mean, in front of their ladder.
And
Yeah.
there's never parking
He
here.
high-fived the guy on the ladder.
So and
What you guys doing? Cool.
No, he did.
I complimented the color and everything. I was
Oh,
like,
looks
yeah,
great.
and
Good job, guys.
And
Great
then
job.
so what they had to do is they had to cover his entire locksmith truck with a gigantic car hairnet, to cover overspray or whatever. And then so when Butler left, I think to go get lunch or whatever ingredients to mix his drink, and he was like, "Oh shit, they put the thing on my car." And I'm like, "Of course you did. You parked right in front of the house."
They completely tarped his car.
So when he
That's
walks
fucking
out though, he does a move that he's
Hi, guys.
No, he did. Hey, bud.
Hey, bud.
He did a hey bud, and he goes, "Can I take that off?" And then,
Oh, wow.
and the guy's got
Aggressive.
a compressor, like, "Can I take that off?" Like yell, and the guy, "Oh, you see, senor?" I don't know what he's
I mean,
saying.
I would have just ripped it off.
And then you took it off and you just placed it on the sidewalk.
Then he drove past me and then honked his horn and scared me as I was walking by.
Chopper.
That's a true story.
Oh, speaking
True
of-
fucking story.
We realized today
Scare the shit out of me. You're not supposed to do that.
We discovered that if you say this phrase, you're a chopper, and the phrase is, "Why are you in the bathroom so long?" Because
Yeah.
only fucking choppers say that. Sorry.
Yeah, just mind your business.
Too much alcohol.
You got a real red.
This is turning into the Super Bowl cast.
You know what?
I started hammering these drinks.
They're so good.
They're so good.
You know what? Thank you, BDM Drew, for sending us this
well done,
cocktail
Drew.
recipe.
This is a great cocktail. Yeah, this is a good.
We still have your ping pong.
Butler, why would you ask someone, why were you in the bathroom so long? Because I know you have, and...
Wait, who did you ask?
No, I'm just saying that.
He's
I'm
asked
sure
you
he
before.
asked.
He's asked you before.
No, he asked me where I was going when I was obviously trying to go to the bathroom, and I'm not trying
Now
to tell
I've noticed you do it very quietly. Like even here, you don't want your chair to move, so you'll get up and you'll be like, and then I'll just hear the door go. No, it's just a little, and then I'll hear the fan go. And then I'm like, oh, man. And then I hear the seat go. Oh,
Yeah, you guys are full blown leaving the seat up all the time.
Here it goes.
So let's analyze this. Are you genuinely curious? Are you trying to shame somebody? Like,
no, it's neither, which is worse than because either one of those would be an excuse.
Correct.
This is just him saying it and
like
not realizing how awkward it is. It's weird.
It's like fun weird for him.
Yeah. It's like he's not doing it to bully. He's not doing it
it's
because he
involuntary,
cares. He doesn't care because immediately if you start telling him like, oh, I had this. Just walk away or whatever.
No, he starts telling you how to change your diet.
He'll just tell you something because I'll be like, hey, I was watching last night. He'll be like, I was painting a helmet like right into me. I'm like, my God, man. What are you doing?
So
filling dead air, man.
There was no dead air in mid-sentence. What is Publix Butcher?
Oh, okay. So I went with my Miami friends this past weekend. Met them over at Pudge was there. Fernando.
Sous vide some precision. Precision cook some steaks.
We just we all.
Did you force Juan to cook your food again?
No,
my God! He hasn't
all
been
my
in the
friends are
chat
Juan.
room in weeks.
Fernando's the Juan of my
Tuna
friends.
Daddy has retired.
He's the one that grilled the steaks and everything. He's been in the restaurant industry for 25 years.
When you cook, you cook.
He knows what he's doing. But so we get in his car. We go to Publix. Now the Publix near Davenport is interesting because it caters
to whites only.
Oh man,
no,
I'm kidding.
It caters to only tourists. So they have.
Oh, you're gonna get good stuff.
So they have weird things.
HP sauce,
like a lot of Brazilian cut meats and things. Because so many Brazilian tourists go there.
When did
all their spices are gone? Seriously, it's like the fucking toilet paper Corona. The whole
spice shortage.
Really?
There was no spices, and I'm like,
are you serious?
Yeah, because I think all the tourists they like spicy foods. Spices.
No, they come there. They're gonna stay for the week, so they're like, we're gonna cook.
Spices.
That's what it is. And so anyway, we're there. And then Fernando, he's like, he knows what he's doing. I don't know shit. But he goes over and he's looking at all the meats. And they have a ridiculous meat section because it's like a tourist area. So they cater to like Brazilians.
Well, a lot of your Brazilian cuts of meats, I am pro. Yeah. I don't know why they got the lock on that. But I feel like everybody should enjoy their lovely cuts of some of the. There are some cuts that people go like, oh, that's trash meat. And it's not.
No.
It's awesome. It's just like maybe it's not as popular as
we don't know anything about it.
I want a filet. It's like, well, there's a lot of other stuff that's really healthy and yummy. And
I think the Brazilians would punt a filet in the trash because there's not enough fat.
There's no flavor on that.
And so
just go to organic, man, and get that.
Dude, definitely do.
Yeah.
Oh my God. So good.
So then he's looking around, and then he picks up. He's like, "Oh, this is it." He picks up this big meat dick. It's like a giant. Like I don't even know what it was, but it's like it was skirt steak, but it was in like a big,
like a full tenderloin.
It was like I think it was skirt steak. Something, but
it was a meat dick.
It was wrapped up like a big whale dick, right?
And a whale dick.
And
now it's a
did
real
it
dick.
say whale dick?
And it was like $112 for this big whale dick.
Get the whale dick.
And then he's like,
always go whale dick.
So he walks over to like a Publix employee, and he's like,
"Excuse me, do you have a price on this whale dick?"
No. Fernando
I hope he walked over like this with it.
And no, I tell him the whole time, like he knows how to talk to people. Very sternly but fairly, and then he gets what he wants, and he tells everybody, it's like
I'm going to put this whale dick in my pocket, and you're not going to do shit about it.
No, but he just asked, like
you're going to cut the foreskin off this whale dick for me.
No, he just asked for things, and I would never do it because I'm so awkward. But he just
literally just asked, and Tom does not.
I'm amazed by it. I'm like, oh my God,
what did
you
he
told
say?
him what you want.
What did he say?
He's like, he gets the employee. He's like, hey, can you get the butcher for me? And I'm like, hey, they don't do that here. What the fuck are you doing?
No, they absolutely do this. I do it with Andrea all the fucking time.
So then he goes back.
God, this is when Tom realizes he can do things.
No, he doesn't though, because he still won't.
The employee goes back, gets the butcher. From the back, he was doing something.
There's a fucking sign that says, if you need assistance, ask for the butcher.
The butcher comes up.
Likes it.
Yes.
He's a butcher.
Fernando's like, hey, can you
I know a Publix butcher. They enjoy this.
Did he walk up with a big cigar in his mouth and blood all over?
No, but he was like, he had the white thing and the whole, and he walks in, he's like, hey, how you doing? And he's like, can you clean this up for me? He's like, yeah, sure, no problem.
Andrea's boss's husband is a Publix butcher.
And he goes back and then he's like, hey, they love it. They do. Because he's like, no one ever asked them. So when you ask them to do something like that, they love doing it.
To show their skills.
And he was cutting it up and he looked happy. I was like, how can they do love it? And then Punch comes walking, he has beer and shit. And I'm like, Punch, you fucking asked for the butcher. He's like, oh yeah, I do it all the time. They love it. And then he knows it. And I'm like, they love it. I fucking didn't even know that existed. You could ask him. He's like, yeah.
Really?
He's
you always talk about how you don't want to be like stuck in a bubble. You're in such a bubble. You don't even know
he's like
basic ass shit.
Whatever you want, they're covered.
Fucking crying.
And then he did. And we sat there watching. He's happy shit
because they know how to
cleaned
do
it, remeasured it, and then gave it back to us clean. And it was like $30 cheaper because he cut out the fucking fat and
shit. If I
shit.
did this as a news story saying Publix has a butcher, you guys would rag the shit out of me. The fact that he doesn't know that. The fact that you don't know that, you're an idiot.
No, he knows they have a butcher. He just doesn't know that you can like actually ask them to do
but
custom
everyone knows that.
stuff.
You grew up in Florida, you know that.
I just thought, I know,
he doesn't ask for anything.
Like, here's the thing. I'm Organic Meats.
I had no idea until today.
Our sponsor.
What?
Are you serious?
I'm not from Florida, though. I didn't know.
It doesn't. That was just an expression. If you live here and
I just thought it was like any other corporation. Like you go to Home Depot and you're like, hey, is there a professional plumber?
You can ask them to cut wood for you too at Home Depot.
Yeah, but I don't know what the fuck they're doing with something.
No, the wood guys do. The wood guys do.
Yeah, but like honestly, like,
they don't work here anymore.
I'll take some heat off of you. It blew Andrea's mind too when I go, hey, can you go to the butcher and just get us some, like, really, we need some, we're doing cheesesteaks.
Yes, absolutely.
And we're going to need this shit thin. We need a thin slice. Can you get that? And she's like, I don't think they do that. I'm like, they absolutely do that. And in fact, not only do they do it, but he's going to be happy because he doesn't have to grind a hamburger and do his other dumb shit. He gets to do a quality job for a human.
They liked it.
They do like it because they get to showcase their fucking training.
And it's something out of the norm. Like you said, they're so doing the same thing, cutting the same thing, grinding the same thing, but do something special.
Yeah.
It's like,
it's like me. Like when you ask me around here, like when you ask me, like,
to me.
hey, can you pull that video for Pod TV?
Why even have a butcher if you're not going to cut the meat the way you want?
I'm like, a video air check? You mean I have to do my normal shitty work? Absolutely.
I'm so used to corporations. Like if you ask any employee at big box store, let's say home improvement places, to cut the fucking chain for you, they're pissed.
Yeah, but Publix is shopping is pleasure.
God, I don't have to walk over there like, what chain do you fucking want? Then I gotta fill out the receipt. Like, fuck this guy. Fuck this chain. I don't think that's how I thought everybody was. They worked over.
No, have you ever seen the post that Morganic puts out about like, hey, what we have?
It's nuts.
I read them like this. It's like, hey, this is what we have, but like, it's always like happiness. Mm-hmm. They like that. It's their trade. I know. An old world skill. You know, butchering is. It's the one thing that if I could go back and learn to do it. And Andrea's boss, her husband is a butcher, and I believe during the pandemic, he went back to learn the trade and learned it and started doing it, and then he went back to his other job. But like, it's a cool thing to know how to do, man.
Oh yeah.
So
breaking down an animal.
Next on the list,
are they roasting him? What are they doing?
I'm baffled.
I just never. No one's ever like. I didn't grow up where my mom was like, "Excuse me, cut this up." Like,
haven't you ever been like shopping in the meat section and the butcher's coming out, putting out the new packs of meat, asking
like,
you?
The employees putting the shit out.
But they always ask you like, "Hey, do you need anything?"
You're not getting meat a lot, dude.
That's
like,
true.
I'm giving you a pass. You don't get a lot of meat.
Yeah, you didn't eat more meat.
I thought that maybe other people were surprised.
So you would never walk up and ding, 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 ding.
No. Because here's the thing. I figured they hate it. And you're like, oh my god, this guy's fucking bothering me again. Like, so I just assumed.
No, because otherwise they're going to be doing the same fucking shit. Of
I asked the guy at Whole Foods
1 pound of ground beef.
Oh yeah, those guys are
Whole Foods. I ask him every time I get fish jar. I'm like, can you debone it for me? Can you take the eyes? I tell him to all
they can do everything
for it. He's like, yep. Yeah. I'm like, and put it on ice. I get a little demanding sometimes, but it's Whole Foods. You're allowed to get a little more demanding.
I agree. I absolutely agree with it. You're paying a premium. And like somebody in the chat room said, it's called. Wait for it. Service.
So
then I flick him off as I leave.
Well, that I do.
So what's your next meat purchase going to be? Where you ask the butcher to cook you something or cut you something?
No, I'm just going to Morganic for now because they have the best.
That's true.
And he knows them, and there's no awkwardness. And you know what? I could just eat. You know what I want to eat, and it's not good for me, but I just want to eat their hot dogs.
Yeah, it was good. They're the best. So I had a moment of. I'm getting old over the weekend because
now
we went. We went to hang out. All my Miami friends were at this McMansion in Davenport, and then we decided to grill. This is the same grilling day, right?
I love it. Yeah, I love grilling.
So
day.
Fernando gets all this meat and whatever.
I like that you always make the person of color grill.
he likes it.
Yeah, just like the butcher.
Just like Juan.
Put him to work.
And then
Juan will never be back.
He picks up the. There's a tiny shitty rental grill, but he picks up the Blue Rhino and he's like, "Fuck, it's empty."
No.
And the spare one is full. But we can't get the top open, right? I hook it up, and then I'm like,
God.
and so
rusted solid.
And you're pretty strong.
We then the Grizz is like, I'm gonna do it. Yeah, I've fucking been in the military.
I'm in the military. I'm a
you
Marine.
pussy. And then he's like, yeah. Then we're trying to do it. We all can't do it, right? It's like the sword and the stone. So then
that can be only. It's exactly like the sword and the stone.
So then
there were only 7 rednecks. There could be only one. Who could open the top of the Blue Rhino?
Max just walks up and does it real quick.
Yeah. So then the Grizz's brother, who is more extreme than the Grizz, he's there too.
He's Grizz Plus.
Oh, I didn't realize his little brother was there.
Yeah, and he's like a real man. He's like a contractor.
I watched them
Baby
fight.
Grizz.
I watched him body
Zodiac.
slam the Grizz through a PVC table.
Yeah, that was the last time.
Yeah,
we
it
were
was
there,
last time. Oh, it was
we
crazy.
told those stories. Everyone was waiting for it. Didn't happen this time.
I ran upstairs and shielded my daughter.
Kids ruined everybody's life because he's got.
I've been trying to tell
He's got one daughter and then
he's all soft now.
Another kid. Yeah. No body slamming it. But he did say he's like, "Fuck that! I'll hammer it open." So then he goes to the.
That's
That is very redneck.
I wouldn't do that.
So we're like, there are no tools here. So he goes into the kitchen and they have all the rental shit, and then he finds a meat tenderizer. And so
That's a hammer. Yeah,
and he's like, I'll use this. And then so he goes outside, and then he sits on top of the Blue Rhino because he's like, if I accidentally knock the top off, I don't want this thing to fire off into whatever. He's like,
I'll just ride it to hell.
Like a missile.
So we're all standing around, and then he is fucking hammering.
Where are the wives? Where are the wives for this? Because this is insane.
They're inside playing Uno.
Well, some of them are yelling at us. Some of them are gathering the kids into the front, waiting for an explosion.
How many times has Crystal gone, oh my God?
Crystal.
She's done that a lot.
She goes,
Yeah. At this, so we're all standing around. He's hammering the thing, and then I had a moment of clarity and go, stop. Just go to Publix and get a replacement. And then we stop. He's like, yeah, I think it was a better idea. And then our buddy Alex got in the truck, drove, got everybody in the truck back.
You know what?
And then I'm like, get fucking home. But then I got sad.
Yeah, I got sad too. You guys failed. You guys really failed.
Yeah. But we kept our feet.
That's right.
You're here, buddy.
Our feet, and we're here to love our children.
That's right.
It would have been a better story if somebody got exploded.
I know. Believe me.
Our feet and we get lost.
Believe me, everybody listening to this would be way better. I'm going to tell the story on Monday's BDM show. I'm like,
Bundy's BDM.
Welcome to Bundy's BDM show.
We're wasted on this Cooper's market.
You're mixing these drinks too heavy.
The Chris burned his eyes out. He can't ever see his kids again. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're telling some horrible story, and it's like, hey, just go replace
He was in the military for years. Nothing happened, but it was the propane tank at the party that really blew his eyes out.
Almost ready to rocket like Jeff Bezos. Yeah.
My God, man.
What's next? Yeah. Quigley Down Under.
hot
sauce.
Hot sauce. What's about hot sauce?
I don't know. You told me to write down hot sauce, but we can skip to Quigley.
I never told you to write down hot sauce. Don't ever.
Just
tell
hot
me
sauce.
that.
He had to go pick some up at hot sauce.
No, I probably did tell her that. I'm blanking on it now. Quigley Down Under. What is your opinion of the movie?
Never saw it.
I've never seen that.
I've never seen it.
Can I give you homework?
Give
It's
us a
good.
plot. Like, what is it about?
What is it?
It's a
Is that Crocodile Dundee?
an old west,
Rescuers Down Under?
an old westman, which is Tom Selleck. I believe that he is now. This is from memory. I believe that he is rifle only. So he's like an old westman. He's a rifleman, right?
Yeah.
He's not a side. He's not a six-shooter guy. He's more of a long gunman.
Long gun. Okay.
And so he goes to work for a gentleman in Australia.
Mm-hmm.
And it's almost like an Indiana Jones type of deal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it looks cool.
I like that it sounds like you're just talking to Butler because like he's repeating every word, last word you say, and then he goes,
I don't know what the fuck back to the mic.
I'm like trying not to laugh,
like
but it was killing me.
My
It was
fucking
killing
grandfather
me.
over here.
Man, I wish I had an airbag under your seat. Because, man, I want to put one in there and launch you through the goddamn drums. That would be so good. And then you fall right on the. Oh,
you
God.
fall on the computer, but it'd be worth it.
Yeah.
But yeah,
It's only got 59% on Rotten Tomatoes.
I love that movie, and me and
Is it
Andrea,
nostalgia?
it is,
Yeah, I
but you
feel
know,
like it is.
we
That's when
watched
they
the
mention
ending of it, and it's got old what's his name
So
in it.
nobody else in this room has seen it besides Dan?
No, it's
Got
got
Tom Selleck, Alan Rickman.
Alan Rickman.
That's kind of cool.
And
Alan
he's
Rickman.
so fucking
He's dead.
But he's so good,
Wait, what?
man.
Oh,
Like
he's
he's
dead?
just such a great actor.
he's not, is he?
And when you see, I think he is dead.
What?
When you see him play the bad guy,
Rickman.
it's really good, man. I just like I love the movie, and somebody said it.
You're right.
Somebody said it correctly in the thread that's on the BDM group. They were like, "I was mad there was never a sequel." I felt the same way. Like it gave me like the Indiana Jones vibes, and we never got another one. And I like Tom Selleck. I want to root for him.
Yeah. Listen, your Quigley Down Under is my Romancing the Stone.
I love it. Dude, I love Romancing the Stone
all the time.
I love Romancing the
It's
Stone.
horrible, but I'm like, look at
Could we watch that? Is it
What is
possible?
that?
We have to talk to
it's bad.
Juan.
It's so good. It's two of them,
It's
too.
not good.
If
don't know
Juan
that
still
one.
likes us, we need.
He does not.
Could we do a Romancing the Stone and we watch it and then Twitch it?
What about
Like-
Jewel?
Because it's a good ass
Mystery
movie,
Science
dude.
Theater.
How do you guys feel about Jewel of the Nile?
You couldn't
Love
watch.
Jewel
I don't know
Nile.
what that is either.
It's a sequel.
You guys,
Yeah, Jewel of the Nile, Romancing the Stone.
I think I'm too young for all this shit. I
Yeah,
don't know
You'll
what
like
the hell
them.
you guys
They're
are
funny.
talking
No,
about.
they're like rainforest adventure movies.
Okay.
There was like a time when like the Indiana
I know
Jones
Anaconda.
The 80s.
Yeah, in the 80s, like
Anaconda.
With
It's
J-Lo.
way low. Yeah, it's way late.
yeah, we are
Well,
drunk.
I'm
We're
young.
screaming over each other.
Oh,
So the fantasy football trophy. So I went.
Oh no!
Cabin Boy said we got to order a trophy this year.
His name is Matt.
We've been procrastinating for years, and I'm like, I'm gonna get one. Remember he told us, let's go to a trophy store, and I screamed, "What is
Yeah.
this, 1950?"
Yeah.
And so I go online, and there's this website, and then of course
Trophies.com.
Yeah, no, it's called TrophySmack.com. and
Trophy
it's
Smack.
Oh,
yeah,
no.
and it's a fantasy football trophy website. There's a lot of them now because it's a big business.
Yeah.
And so I ordered it, and it's not that bad a price. And I'm like, all right. And then I put down everybody's name.
Thank you for doing
for
it.
all the past years, 14 names. And then anyway, I ordered it, and then I got it in the mail, and then I was like, oh shit, my trophy's here. And this is the nerdiest shit I do, by the way, because I even recognized it. Like I was excited that my trophy was there, and I go to open it up, and I open the trophy.
Here it is.
I put it on the piano, and then
the laundry piano.
Yeah, the laundry
Yeah, yeah.
piano. I moved the laundry
Folding table.
and then I did. I'm like, this is nerdy shit. And then I can't find the little placards of everybody's name. And then I'm like cursing. I'm getting mad. And then Crystal hears me. She's like, "What are you mad about?" I'm like huffing and puffing. I'm like, "Fucking placards! They didn't. I put them all down, and they didn't put them in there." And I was like, "Fuck this company! It's a goddamn hunk of shit." Just like I started screaming.
Fuck you, Trophy Smack.
I'm like, this is just some website scam that got me again, you know. And then I emailed them, like, I'm like, hey, I didn't get my things or whatever. And then they emailed me right back, and I got to give them credit. And they're like, we mailed this to you. It was delivered 2 days ago.
Here's a picture and an interview and a lie detector test with our.
And then they're like, everything's mailed separate. Like all the placards are mailed separate, whatever.
Okay.
And then
Why would you mail them separate? Why would you do that, Trophy Smack?
Crystal's like, oh, is it the blue envelope that came?
This says Trophy Smack. This says placards on it. This placards.
It says, Tom, please open.
And then I had to write them back an apology. I'm like, sorry, you guys.
You did not have to do that.
And then I'm like,
see, again,
no,
you don't have to do that.
It is because I was being like stern, and I was mad that I didn't get my shit, and it was my fault. And I'll be 100%.
Sure, but you could also just not write them back,
No,
and
I
it's
wanna-
not going to make a fucking difference at
Because
all.
then
Just
I-
leave them a good review or something.
I looked at the trophy. I was like, "This is good quality. This is not a hunk of shit."
All
and then
right.
for the price, and then they did what they said they do. And I'm like, you know what? And they said,
I like that.
I wrote them, and they're like, "You leave a review." I'm like, "Oh, I will." If never,
I bet you won't.
See, that would have
told
been better.
them.
It would have been better if you would have left them a review as opposed to writing some
minute.
apology.
Let's
Just
analyze
only
this.
leave bad reviews.
I don't care.
Hold on, let's analyze this for a
That's
second.
mine.
So he bought a trophy, thought he didn't get the placards, got the placards, and then felt the need after he sent an email to the company.
Stern email.
Yeah,
which probably wasn't
to
stern,
apologize
by the
to
way.
them, right? So you felt the need. You were guilted into apologizing because you're like, man, I was a little hard on him, right?
Yeah.
So then you wrote them.
Man, your
a
boy's
thing,
gonna be so soft.
and then
they already are.
And then they say to you, well, the best way you can help us is to leave a review, and your intentions are. And then
I said I'd plug them on the show,
and you decided,
like, don't do that.
Well,
just write a review.
the review is
that's
the review
too much.
does more than your dumb show that no one listens to.
Because nobody that listens to the show needs a trophy, probably.
Yeah,
Well, they did a good job. Anyway,
man, you need a shrink.
Yeah.
I've been telling
it's
you
too far
guys
gone.
all the
It's
time.
already there's nothing.
It's not though.
They
It's
can't
not
fix
too
it.
far.
Nah,
They can.
You know what? I think he's right. I'm going to stop my shrink.
No, please don't do that.
I've been saying it for years.
I'm
They
stopping
can't fix
mine.
it. It's too broken.
I'm stopping mine and I'm going off pills.
You guys
I'm going off pills.
all need therapy all the time.
Ride the lightning.
What am I taking? SSI or SSR something? Something.
Selective
I'm
serotonin
going off
reuptake
that
inhibitor.
shit. I'm
Stick some
going. I'm
acid,
getting
you'll be
off
fine.
of it just like bam.
So I get
Better than ever. Better than ever.
I get a text from my wife. She's like, "Get home. Wait till you see this." And then I'm like, "Fuck."
Hey.
She doesn't give me.
She's in the bed.
No.
Titties.
It's always an emergency. So I get home and then I see my wife, her sister and mom standing in my front yard with their shirts over their noses, right?
Oh, no.
And then I'm like, what the
You
hell?
farted, you idiot.
And so I get out and she's like,
shit in the yard.
She's like, go over there in the front yard. Look next to the window.
I saw that.
And then I'm like, what are you talking
There's
about?
a dead body.
And then
It looked like a human skull.
So I walk over there, and there are flies, like 10,000, no joke, black doo-doo flies.
Yeah, the blue ones, the ones that they
Yeah, the
catch the
blue.
light.
Oh, yeah.
If
Or
they
they
catch
look
the light,
shimmer blue. Yeah.
yeah. Oh, they're beautiful.
And there's so many that when I got close, it was like a beehive. Like I scared a beehive. They started all running from this, whatever they're swarming.
Yeah.
And at first I thought
100,000 gold blooms.
I thought it was a bufo toad that died because I scared a bufo toad the other day when I was digging my yard.
Whoa, you're digging? He's like, oh shit!
And then,
Fuck, man! Scared him all the fuck.
But
where'd you come from, motherfucker?
it wasn't that. It was some
Goddamn
shit.
digging white ass mother.
It's some shit that was intertwined into my crabgrass and then flies over it. And I was like, God damn. So then
Intertwined.
Well, did it smell dead?
it stunk like death and poo poo. It was bad.
Yes.
Oh, God. Definitely.
Somebody died and shit their pants.
That's your autobiography.
It's like owl shit or vulture shit. Or
And
something.
then
Tom Vine, death and poo poo.
we took a video from inside, by the way, because it was so gross. And then I put it on the BDM page. I was like, "What is this?" And then Samantha, everybody was, of course, because there's no fucking help. They all just clown me. They're like, "Burn down your house." They're like, "Oh, the orb's back." Dude, listen, if you can't help me, don't even make a comment.
What the hell did you expect?
It looked like a human skull or like the thigh bone of a cow.
The Daniel bro perpetuates it like it's Castleberry skull. Every house got one.
said human skull, classic Castleberry.
Yeah, okay. Then 10,000 likes, then it makes everybody else. But Samantha actually helped me. She's like, that is called a stinkhorn mushroom. And then I'm like, a fucking stinkhorn mushroom.
And then everybody put like laughy reacts, and I'm like, I'm being serious.
Yeah.
Stinkhorn.
She thought you were
Because it sounds like a penis reference, a dead penis reference.
Stinkhorn.
And then,
So he chopped up a penis.
honestly,
It's a stinkhorn.
I didn't even believe that you were right because I thought you were
Thanks.
bullying me. And then I was like, well, she didn't know about the types of
She's a
mushrooms.
fucking girl. The mushrooms,
This
man.
bitch don't know nothing about
I
plants.
got a mushroom on me. I know mushrooms. I'm fucking top bad. I like mushrooms.
Stinkhorn fungus or stinkhorn mushroom? Oh, stinkhorn mushroom.
yeah.
Both, they're both, because the mushroom is a fungus.
And I fucking,
looks like a giant dick.
I looked it up, and I think it's a
welcome.
goddamn stinkhorn.
Why do you have that?
It literally looks like a penis.
Yeah, mine didn't look like the penis.
They have different shapes. Yeah.
A big peach penis.
Oh my god. That's glorious.
That's so phallic.
I looked it up,
Wow, Seth.
and apparently there's this mushroom called the stinkhorn
Yeah.
that when it decides it wants to spread its like mushroom spores or whatever,
Yeah.
it stinks like shit to attract the flies, and the flies get on it, and then they fly
spread it
away and they
out.
spread it
Yeah.
out.
That's kind of
Yeah.
cool.
So the flies like the bees pollinating.
The flies are gone the next day, and then the thing is just dying now, dead. But it's like it was
so
basically
it's
its
exploded
version of
vagina.
flowering, it stinks like shit and attracts a bunch of flies, and
the
which
only
have now
one.
probably stinkhorned
Oh,
my
you're gonna have them everywhere. You're gonna have them all in your backyard.
We have a bunch of dick mushrooms.
It's gonna smell like shit for your next barbecue.
Your whole house.
Crystal wouldn't let me pour bleach on it. I'm like, I gotta kill all these fucking flies.
You gotta dig it up and take all the
she's like,
soil
"Don't kill
out
the
around
flies."
it.
There was a time
She's
when
like, do what nature does. And I'm like, no.
in the Dennis household, my dad would do what nature does. Every time there was something that my dad didn't like in the backyard, he had one remedy and one remedy only. He would go and get the gas can.
I was gonna say gasoline, yeah.
And he would pour the gas
My dad
on
did that too.
For flowers he hated, ant mounds,
Yep.
like a log. If there's a log in the ground, he'd
Yep.
just pour gas on it and burn it.
Yep.
In the ground, like burn everything.
That's
just
some real
like
man
literally
Florida shit.
gas everything, like ants, bees.
My dad
everything.
lit a doghouse on fire that with gas can, but also trailed the gas while he was holding it, lit his own leg on fire. And I have photos of the injury because I was like, "You dumb fucking idiot!"
Is that like
Burn my leg, burn down the pit bulls.
That's what it was, people. Yeah.
I knew. I did the math.
You did the math.
Stinkhorns are often found
I
in
didn't
wood
think she
chip
was a-
areas, composting
Purebred
Snoopy,
Shih
yeah.
Tzu.
dirty yards.
Fucking A, that's great.
Yeah. Anyway, so
So you were going to ask me how I knew?
Yeah. How did you know? Because I never even fucking heard of this shit.
100%. I googled what mushroom attracts flies. First thing that came up was stinkhorn.
But how'd you know it was a mushroom?
Because he asked about a mushroom.
I thought it looked like a fungus.
It looked like a bone. It looked like a bone to me. Like
Yeah,
it looked
that's
like
a type of bone.
honestly, it looked like a Casey Anthony
You know what?
scenario.
That
it looked like a baby skull.
That would have
That's
been
the first thing I thought of. Is like this motherfucker's killing kids.
That would have been way easier.
The first thing I thought
I
of.
think he kills kids and goes on BDM. Like, what's this?
Yeah.
What's growing on my skull?
Exactly what a crazy person would do,
I
right?
killed a kid and put him here. What is it growing around?
Yeah,
I was a little careless with my skulls.
Yeah.
I guess a quick Google search was way
Yeah.
easier than putting it on the BDM
But
page.
you know what? I didn't
reading
want to
through
shit on
hundreds
you
of
about it. I
million-
didn't want to shit on you about it because I like you engaging. Because normally you don't engage on the.
He's
the
been engaging a
Facebooks,
lot,
yeah.
especially in the plant group.
And I legitimately was trying to help you out, and everyone thought I was clowning on you.
Yeah, because that's what everybody else is doing.
I know.
So they're like,
I
"What are you doing?"
apologize for my laughy face. I apologize. I do. You were trying to be helpful.
Let's end with Stinkhorn.
Oh God, my cheeks hurt
By the
from
way,
laughing.
has anybody ever heard of that?
No.
Or
No,
dealt with
I
it?
did not.
Okay.
No.
I don't know why
No,
the hell it's in
Only
my...
in your shitty yards.
I mean, like I will
Why?
say that now.
It's the raccoon
it says
shit.
compost, like dirty, like soil,
Compost.
compost, then
It's
composted
because he has
soil, wood
raccoon
chip.
shit
Yeah.
everywhere in his
Dirty
backyard.
yards.
Your yard's probably now. Look,
And wet.
We
Wet.
want to make the correlation that his yard is shitty. Not true, but I bet it is nutrient rich, right?
There's
it
a
would
lot of
make-
mushrooms everywhere.
It would make sense that it's wet. You get a lot of shade. You get a lot of
the
trees.
shade, the shade and the moisture.
You could
Yeah.
probably grow anything you want. Your yard's probably like a paradise for plants.
There's mushrooms growing all in my neighborhood.
Yeah, stink shrooms.
Yeah.
Hey, what's going on with your bat house?
Man, I don't know. It's still taken over by the tree frogs. There's so many tree frogs taken over years ago. It's gone. Yeah.
Well, knock it down.
I got to go kick it a couple times, and they'll fall out, and then maybe I can get
Oh,
it.
they'll be back.
Don't kick them out of their house.
I think they're invasive.
They're
I think
invasive.
yeah.
I'll put the gas can at the bottom.
Burn it down?
Oh, hey,
the old
let's end with
Dan
this
said.
because nothing makes me happier. So Andrea, Maisie's grandfather got her a jumbo, the biggest ant farm you can buy.
All right.
Uncle Milton's ant farm, and it's got the big fucking bull ants and the big fat boys in there.
Yeah.
And they were like, so she went to stay with her grandparents over the weekend, and Andrea and I just lost our minds. We ate. I gained like 5 pounds. I gained like
Were
5.
you fuck crazy?
You guys
Oh,
I
we
was
were
about to say,
fuck
crazy.
drinking
Have to,
everything.
right? When you don't have the
She
kid?
was drinking. We're just tequila shots are
Yeah.
fucking everywhere. We're just losing it. I'm
Awesome.
like, I remember this. This feels this. Yeah, we were just losing our minds.
This feels this.
This feels the same as I remember.
Yeah. I was like, I feel young.
Don't say that.
I was like, yes, life. And then so these ants had been working for like 3 full days to build. I guess you put them in there, and then there's like it's almost like sand. It might be synthetic, but you put like bread and water and like little things in there for them
they
to eat.
build,
and they build like a
colony.
whole. So they built this complete like tunnel system over the 3-4 days that Maisie was away.
Yeah.
So we very carefully brought it home, and then we set it in the living room right next to the TV because it was illuminated by the living room lamp. It looked really cool.
Plus, they like watching TV.
Well, they do. I mean, who doesn't like Below Deck?
Yeah.
So we've got these ants there, and then Andrea was was over there like looking at it, and nothing makes me happier than when the world's most perfect person fucks up huge. And man, she was looking at it and messing with it, and for whatever reason, her yoga pants kind of slipped on the couch because they're slick, and she took the ant farm and literally. It'd be the equivalent of me taking Ric Flair's head and slamming it into the turnbuckle. She goes, and the whole ant farm goes, sand! There's sand everywhere, and all the ants everywhere. And so when she picks it up, you look, and every ant's on the bottom, and all the sand's on top of the ants. And I'm like, and I'm coming down with my coffee, and I'm dressed to come here, and I look at her, I go, what the fuck are you doing? And I just went to work. I was doing so bad.
She shook that shit up like an etch a sketch.
There's a couple of there were a couple that thank you for your service.
I don't know how long.
What do the ants eat those ants? Do they devour them and eat them?
I'm sure. Yeah,
I don't know.
Circle of life. They use their arms.
I love it when I'm not the villain, so I just had to share that.
Eat themselves, right?
They still get a couple
Stinkhorns are going to grow out of them. Stinkhorn bushes. They're going to start growing to that thing.
They're not going to stand up front. And
Samantha, what's going on in semantics?
We're recording tonight, actually, which is going to be tough because I'm already drunk. So
no.
If you want to email my show, it's show@semanticspodcast.com. You can call us at 407-603-5525 and leave us a voicemail. You heard about this one coming out next week, which will be about the conspiracy of what's going on. What's up with Mattress Firm?
What? No, there's a mattress firm. It's a conspiracy.
Yeah. We know what's up with My Pillow, but mattress
firm.
We don't know.
So
I need a new mattress.
And sign up for my Patreon, patreon.com/semantics.
Okay.
Because we're losing patrons.
No.
Just like we're losing BDMs.
Aren't we all? That's the way it works.
A subscription fatigue, I think they call it.
Ebb and flow.
I'm gaining members. We're leaving you, come to me.
Yeah. But they'll quit. They'll quit. Because if I know anything about...
Oh, have we checked the OnlyFans?
Fat people quit. Oh, I was going to check it today.
Let's look at it.
She just posted something actually today, I think, or yesterday. Today.
When are we getting the...
I see a boobie.
When are we getting the...
It's coming. How's her OnlyFans going? By the way, is it?
I think it's. We haven't really talked about it.
We got to do the photo shoot with the Griff truck.
Yeah,
too.
I know.
Yeah.
I can set that up if you want.
Yeah. We just got to get Tony over there.
Tony
Rage.
Let's be clear.
Anyway,
the other one.
Seth,
the other one have a heart attack if they.
So let's plug the dojo and everything.
Sure, dojo is karateoforlando.com. Have kids, bring them to karate. 4 years old.
Sorry.
4 years old to 11-year-old. That's why my business is so good. I'm such a great salesman.
Now, Seth did say he was willing to judge our shark riding competition.
Oh, yeah.
Only if I brought Max and Tommy for at least one karate
Just
lesson.
one free class, right?
Yeah.
Why isn't that fair?
Yeah.
I think they'll dig
and
it.
it's gonna make me actually go and not just say I'm gonna go and then not show up the day of and say
that's fair.
Yeah.
So you're gonna take them?
They don't want to.
You want them to do something, right?
I do want them to do
but they
don't.
I don't want to do nothing.
Well, stop telling them
I said, "Do you want to go to my karate friend's class?" He does his own thing.
You can learn how to be. You can be. You got to sell it. You got to be like, you guys want to be ninjas? Yeah, Dad. You good?
No, they're like ninjas now.
Do you want to learn how to punch? Do you want to know how to punch things and people and things?
No. Here's what they say. No, Max is like, I know how to punch people. He thinks he already knows. Like, there's nothing that
he has
anybody
punched
can
in the
teach me.
nose before.
I know.
Yeah. You got to have Seth kick the wind out of him.
He's like,
I'll knock him down to side.
He's like, I know how to do anything.
I'll take my bamboo shinai.
Nothing.
Oh, he is your son.
I know, and it frustrates me so much, and it's my fucking curse.
Yeah.
I'm screaming. You don't know everything.
I scream that to you.
I know. It's the endless cycle.
Some knuckle push-ups will help him get a snap out of that.
And the jungle.
I make them all do knuckle push-ups. And jungleorlando.com. Want kickboxing, MMA, jiu-jitsu?
Norm says it's kind of fucked up that you haven't taken your kids already.
See? Thank you, Norm.
They don't want to go with it. I got to trick them.
I didn't want to go when I was
force
younger.
his kids to do anything.
I hate that. A lot of get Maisie to do.
Yeah, but who wants to? Like, I'm like, get in here.
But after a little bit, they're gonna thank you for it later on. Be like, I kicked and screamed, but I'm glad that you took me there. It taught me some discipline.
I asked Maisie. She's in dance. She won't she's like, I'm in the dance thing, but I probably could get her to do it.
We'll dance her way over to the dojo.
Yeah. I would love that.
Well, she is an athlete. She's
she'll
motivated.
She's like, faster. I showed Tom a video today of her just like, just doing cartwheels. And I'm like, please fucking stop.
I just bought a limited edition Barbie, Karate Girl Barbie Olympic doll. a karate, Barbie.
Don't buy it with a credit card. You buy that cash.
I'll give it to Maisie if she comes in first.
All right. So,
Butler, what do you got going on?
Definitely go check out some of our watering holes out of Bug Nutty Brewing Company out in Cocoa. We have Brew Tap House out in Tavares. Coming in August to announce today, we have the Hourglass Brewing
That's
Company.
right.
Yeah, I'm excited about that.
It's in the Orlando and Longwood locations, so definitely check them out as well. So, man, we're growing. It's things are in the up and up.
Yeah, if you swing by...
Don't say growing.
That
Got us into trouble earlier.
Swing by Hourglass, grab a beer, and then just tell them, hey, I heard you starting with Tom and Dan.
Yeah.
That makes a difference.
That's the way we do it. Before the ink's even dry, just walk in there
Literally
and say, like,
name drop.
You working with Tom and Dan?
Don't be
'Cause
scared like
that's
Tom.
cool.
I heard, yeah. Anyway, all right, everybody. We'll see you on Monday.
Well, wait a minute. I can't publish that. It's mediocre.